Hey, what's up, everybody? Thursday night, and we are back for another Beer Flow show. Welcome to everybody that's out there. Actually, starting tonight at 9:16, a little closer to the 9:15 takeoff. So, we're never on time.
Never, ever on time.
Never, ever on time. So that's the way it is. No one ever wants to be the first one to the party and be sitting in the party when everybody else shows up. You got to mark it down so you get in at the right time. You don't want to be that guy hanging on the wall, man. That's strikeout lane right there. So we are back. Of course, I am Rajay in the house. Eric and Lions fan in the house there up in Michigan. Make sure you check out his channel. And Todd right there in Indiana. And what are you wearing tonight, Todd? What shirt is that one?
It's a Kentucky Guild of Brewers. Nice. Kentucky Craft Bash. Oh, that was a freebie that I was giving out at the beer fest I went to back in February.
Freebie? Like a Rajay freebie?
That was a Rajay deal on a T-shirt. I think it was like one of their sponsors or something, so they were come with like the goodie bag. So
nice. Well, nothing wrong with that at all.
That shit is free, sons.
That's right, sons.
Who doesn't like a deal, right? Yeah. So I need to get some more brew shirts. I mean, I'm just wearing my standard "Get Your Beer On" Rajay BeerVentures. Explore if you guys want to see any of that stuff. But
my Rajay BeerVentures shirt's a little small on me, so son,
it was perfect size when you got it there.
I know, but no, I can't even finish the damn thing anymore.
Come on, Rod, that's not cool. Don't be calling him out.
What is it? The dryer's shrinking a little bit.
That's right.
Yes, yeah.
Size is up to 3X on the channel on the store. But I'm going to update it with a new line of some stuff at some point when I get a second year after I probably do the taxes because we got to pay our taxes. And then that's finally done by next week. So that's one of the things I definitely want to get updated. And I'm going to actually have to swing over here so I can pull up the chat feed. Of course, we're missing one person, as you can see. So the other half sniper is down and out.
He's back sniping.
You say down and out, he's down and out.
Yeah. Supposedly he has like maybe the flu bug, a little bit of the virus, whatever going around. So
that's a story anyway.
I'm on the tail end of that, thank goodness.
Yeah, that's the thing that's been going around. Well, better that than the measles epidemic, supposedly.
Oh shit!
Like, how the hell did you bring back something we eradicated? That's just, we got rid of it for a reason, and y'all out here getting it. Was like I think it's like 15, 16 states that have it now.
That's another story. That's another story for another time.
Included here,
because they wouldn't get their shots when they were kids.
Anti-vaxxers.
Yeah.
Like, keep your kid off my yard, my lawn.
Paying for that shit now.
Keep them out of my face.
Yeah. You meet a kid, back up. I don't know if you're vaccinated, son. Too close. You're breathing my air now. Passing along some stuff.
You cross an imaginary line, you're in my space now.
Your mama should have took care of your ass.
Exactly.
Passing along to all of us now. Thanks, Mom. What the hell were you doing?
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. And one time you blame Mom. You can't blame Dad because you know Dad's going to screw up. So you got to blame Mom.
That's right.
Don't put it on Dad. You know you can't trust Dad.
You had one job.
Exactly. One job.
The reason Dad's not allowed to handle the birth control. All right, so let's see here. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see. 420 in the house. What's up? He's at the win getting my
420.
He's at the win getting his flow on. See you next time, mate. So hey, have fun, win some money. Because I think he's down in Vegas doing some stuff there. So hopefully,
if he's at the win, he's, excuse my language, but he's fucking eye rolling.
Rolling.
Oh yeah.
Rubbing elbows.
Rolling. Yeah. Let's see, Billy. Are you guys going to be starting late tonight? Cheers. Oh, not late. Fashionably on time. We started at 9:16. 9:15 was the time we're supposed to start. So really, Compared to other shows, we're actually a little early.
I was gonna say we're 10 minutes ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Good one, Todd. Good one.
Billy says, "How dare you start late the one time I get here on time." Cody's in the house. Welcome, Cody. He said his cousin had some of his homebrew, and he said, "Bro, this shit ain't playing." Nice, Cody.
Mm. What kind is it?
Well, he had the IPA, and then he was doing, I forgot what he said last week he was also doing on top of that.
Was he doing a Belgian white? Was that what he said?
I think he wanted to do one.
I don't remember.
Let's see. Yeah, Cody, you're doing something different. Let us know. Billy says, we were at a farmer's event raising chickens and goats, I think. Yeah. Better raising them than doing something else to them, so that's good.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
I live in Kentucky. It's been known to happen in some parts of the state.
But that's sheep, not goats, though, isn't it?
Sheep, I don't know, sheep, goats, cattle, whatever it may be, whatever. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Not a bull. I tell you. And JP4 says, hello again. Welcome, JP4. Good to see you, brother. And JP4 is in the house. You can always check out his channel, too. Bumpy Rose in the house. He says, I'm here. Cheers. Welcome, Bumpy.
Cheers.
And he says, Rod, Virginia won so close. Yeah, they pulled it out. Overtime, it was, I know Eric went to sleep on it, but it turned into an exciting game. I think you went to sleep right
now. I only watched probably about 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, when Texas Tech came back, they came back with a fury, and it was it got down to the end. I mean,
well, Virginia was doing the same shit they've been doing all tournament. They get for the last 5 minutes up 10 points, and then they refuse to shoot the ball. They just pass until the shot clock was about out and about cost them again.
Yeah, but when Texas Tech started dropping those threes, I mean, it was like a parade.
Yeah.
So they did a good job. I mean, I was rooting for Texas Tech because of being Big 12. But, Virginia, one of the biggest turnaround, go out in the first round as the number 1 seed the year before, and they come back and win it the next. So good for them. Get that monkey off their back.
And depending on if they lose much of anybody to the pros, they return 12 of the 13 players, I think, for next year.
Yeah. Speaking of
I'm calling it right now, Michigan State, Virginia for the national championship.
Whoa, Michigan State? Wait a minute, you're at Michigan.
They're returning almost everybody.
I saw an early poll, and they had them number 1.
Michigan State?
Yeah, and there was 4 Big Ten teams in the top 10.
That means we got to see Tom do his cry face again.
Yeah. God, help me now.
These guys
we know God is not a Tom Izzo fan.
I used to be, though, Eric, until about the last 2 years.
Well, you guys are both Big Ten guys. So, I mean, you guys see it during the course of the season for sure.
And I'm calling it Indiana INT champions, Todd.
No, we're making tournament, or we'll have a new coach probably.
Yeah, they got to get that program back on track again.
Been a lot of, which I won't say on air, but there's been a lot of speculation as to what happened this year. Some pretty interesting stuff, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, speaking of basketball, we had here in Cincinnati, UC lost Mick Cronin to UCLA. Supposedly he's getting a $6 million deal over like 4 years or something. I don't know if it's $6 million over 4 years or $4 million over. Somehow he's getting pretty good money, but I'm like, it's like he hasn't won a title yet. Like, does he deserve to get that? Like, how do you evaluate the coaches that haven't won the titles? I mean,
UCLA's a lot like Indiana. It's like they're great from the past, but what have they done lately? So they're just going through, Yeah. But I agree with you, though. I didn't know he was going to make that much money. That's a pretty big chunk of change.
Yeah, I don't know if it came from like some of the celebrities out there boosting to the program or what. Use this to get my kid in and get a new basketball coach. Take all these extra money I'll give to your school.
There you go.
Bill Walton contributing his weed money to the school instead.
Yeah. I think Bill Walton is still high.
The buzz never left, I don't think.
I don't think it did. I mean, yeah. His son should be high as bad as he coached the Lakers this year.
Yeah.
Man, he's getting roasted. Woo.
Yeah. Well, technically half coach because LeBron probably did the other half. So
Didn't he get fired though?
Walton?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Did he get fired out there? I know Magic's like the hell with it. I'm out. I mean,
Yeah. He's like, hell with this. I
think
could be
he was
wrong,
probably-
but I thought Walton got fired like halfway through the
maybe
year.
he did. I haven't watched the Lakers as much this year.
Well,
I just know it's been a disaster.
I kind of wonder if Magic Johnson kind of got ran out because he was one of the advocates for Walton and not against.
Yeah, but he's like one of the ultimate Lakers, though, too. I mean, to think of him getting run out, I mean,
right.
But then again, Jerry West had left out of there, too. So
maybe he wanted to go concentrate on the Dodgers more instead.
That could be.
yeah. Well, you're not rich. You're like, I'm not going to sit and go all this stuff. I don't need it,
Yeah, that's basically what he said. Piss on this, I'm out.
Yeah. Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I was part of Showtime in the 80s and not now. You guys suck. He was like a 12-time All-Star in the years he played, 5-time champion, but went to they went to like 7 championships when he was on the team.
It was a lot.
Because he lost to the Sixers.
Yeah.
He lost one, I think, to Detroit.
Yep.
And I think he lost one to Boston. So he went to like 8 championships, really.
No, he lost one to the Bulls, too.
Yeah, so there's 8 there. Did he lose one to the Celtics, though, too? Would it have been 9?
Yeah.
It was the Sixers, the Celtics, Detroit, and
Chicago.
Yeah, so think of that. 12. I mean, 9 out of 12. I mean, that's really like LeBron type stats. What he did. I always said Magic's probably my favorite NBA player. When I grew up, that's who my kind of idol and role model was. But you look inside the numbers. I mean, he's a lot of championships that he went to. I mean, 5 and 4, not bad. Better than LeBron's average. I mean. But yet, when people talk about the greatest, he doesn't get mentioned as much in some of the discussions.
Well, it just goes to show you one guy can't lift a team like the Lakers and all that. So, I mean, I'm not saying the Lakers were bad by any means, but they
Yeah. Oh, they were. Yeah, they were. I mean, they were. Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be Lonzo Ball carrying the team for a while, so that didn't work out too well.
Terrible.
Man, did you see? Speaking of that, did you see Charles Barkley on Alonzo Ball's dad? Oh my God, man, he roasted him hard.
No,
he should.
Lonzo
Ball's dad is an idiot.
Oh my God, he said I can't say he roasted him bad. He just more or less said, you gotta now that you got money, family is kind of like just another kind of person.
Yeah,
you got to do what's best for you and not what's best for your family.
So
when money gets involved, you guys know.
Speaking of the balls, the youngest ball is going to go to college, I assume, this year. How's that going to work since he went and played professional overseas? How's he still going to get to go to college on scholarship?
I don't know. Maybe it was some type of rule if you're international or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
If he took money and got paid, I didn't think you could go pro. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I thought that was regardless of how you did it.
What school is he going to?
I haven't heard him say, but they've got him still ranked as like the number 13th player nationally or something, I think.
No. Unless we see him show up as one of the other parents paying off schools too.
Well,
see Lonzo's not Lonzo, but what's his dad's name? Lermo.
What is his name?
He was with L too. I mean, Lamar Ball.
Yeah, Lavelle.
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know.
Right now it's the losing bells. They haven't won squat. So.
Yeah.
So, they need to do something. Let me see here.
Only thing that would have made it great is if it was what Zion was wearing. If he was wearing one of the ball shoes when it had the blowout. That would have been great.
Could you imagine if Zeke could have all of them when that happened? Even Marbury never had a blowout with his Starberry shoes. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, that Nike stock, it did take a hit when after that happened for a little bit.
Like, oh, shit.
Yeah. on national TV, the national TV game.
with arguably the greatest player in college basketball in a decade, probably.
Yeah,
or since Carmelo Anthony.
You think he's gonna go over well in the NBA though?
I think he's gonna do good.
Yeah. I think he'll do all right. There may be a little bit of a learning curve, but I think he'll do all right.
I mean, like, if you look at him in college being a big boy, but in NBA, he's not going to be as big as some of the guys. I mean, he'll be big as some of the guys, but he won't be like, kind of towering over a lot of guys in that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Once they figure out his game, and then he'll have to adapt.
Yeah. Once he realizes you just can't dunk with everybody in the NBA.
Yeah.
Of course, then you look at Barkley, who was 6'8" also, and had the career that he had. So,
yeah,
you never know. And I'd say Zion was way more athletic than Barkley was back then.
Yeah, they were comparing him to Shaq this past year. I thought that was kind of a reach.
Yeah, I would say so.
I mean,
the guy can jump out of a building. I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah. He's more athletic than anything, but it'll be interesting to see how he does in the pros.
Very few would take a charge from him, so yeah.
I wouldn't get in his way.
Yeah, I want to see more of the dude from Murray State. Actually, that guy's dunking on all kinds of people. I think he's done. I thought he was a senior or something though.
No, he's only a sophomore, I believe.
Oh, really? Because they were talking about him possibly being number 2 in the draft.
Yeah, he's already declared.
Yeah.
Murad or whatever his name was. He was either a sophomore or he could have been a junior, but he was an underclass. I mean, he wasn't a senior.
Like, John, move out the way for your dunks on your ass.
that guy, he was a bad mojo though.
Well, I went back and saw some of the other video for some of the other games, and he was getting up on people.
He kind of come out of nowhere. It was like seeing this guy ranked number 2 in the rankings for the draft, and I was like, "Who's this guy from Murray State?" I was like, "Where'd he come from?" He was a guard, and his line play was like, "Oh, okay."
Like,
he got game.
I'm in the state, and I never heard of this dude.
Right? Yeah, and I ain't far away, so it's like, where'd this guy come from?
When LeBron was up the way, you heard about him. People were coming from all around the country to see him. Like, this guy was drawing all kinds of people down to Murray. Let's see here. Bumpy said Rod showing off his man chest. Oh, I was just stretching out the shirt. That's all stretching out. The shirt, I may have to make a muscle shirt in this variety at some point. Billy says typically the Brewers Guild puts the events on for a portion of the profits to help them lobby in DC. They were just down there lobbying too, because there was one of the channels had them on there lobbying. So one of the videos, they got a YouTube channel. Let me scroll down. Man, comments are coming in quick too.
I know they are.
Then Billy said, "Well, DC in their state." Bumpy says, "I can join if needed." Well, usually for this, we kind of do it like in a show type format and everything. We've had people that wanted to join before, but I think I'm going to do more of the hangouts and stuff towards the weekend. So if you're around, Bumpy, we'll definitely look to see about getting you in there for sure.
For sure.
More live stuff going since YouTube decided to screw people under 1,000 people for live streaming from the mobile.
How many people actually really do? I mean, it could be a lot, but how many other than you and maybe Joe and a couple of other people on there? How many people actually do mobile live stream?
From what I gathered, I got a pretty good amount of comments back on that video, people that were kind of doing stuff. And there's a good amount because I've been on some of the other channels too. I know Paul was doing it for stuff that he did. Other people that do, because they don't want to lug their computer around. It's so easy to do it with the app. More people want to go mobile more than having a desktop or a laptop computer. So
for sure. Yeah.
Like, you're screwing these people that want to actually be able to live stream it and stuff. So, usually I would sit on my deck or something outside, or if I'm at the brewery stuff, when I would go to a brewery, I would sit there and live stream off the mobile. I'm not going to bring a laptop. I mean, I could bring a laptop in, but I'm not,
Right.
I know the Beer Whisperer does a lot of live stuff from his phone. Does he just use it through Facebook though?
He does more Facebook Live.
He does more Facebook. He got some. He did one on YouTube, I think, last week, but I think he's been doing more Facebook stuff. Yeah, so.
And then just uploads it to YouTube, I guess.
Well, he'll be live sometimes on YouTube. I don't know if he's been doing it since they made the change. I don't know what his account is, how much, if he's over 1,000 or not for subscribers on his channel, but some of the other guys are doing it.
Is it still the Beer Whisperer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have people that were over 1,000 that did stupid shit all the time too. But
it doesn't show. It just says it's
it was still live stream.
Excuse me.
I think it's a stupid move on YouTube's part, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, what's the advantage either way? Seems like they're hurting themselves more than helping.
Well, some people are saying they thought it might have been because of the shooting that took place in Australia, and it's like, because somebody over 1,000 can never snap. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like someone like Logan Paul can do something in his video with some dead person or something.
Yeah, let's go to the suicide forest and see a dead body. Oh, look.
Yeah, let them live stream all they want. So, yeah, so and they're trying to squeeze. I mean, they might be getting pressure from advertising. I don't know. It's a company decision. It's their platform. We're just using it, so we're kind of stuck with whatever rules they go
at
by.
their mercy. Yeah.
So.
I still have not done a Twitter live video for any beer reviews yet to see how it go over.
Twitter, is that on Periscope or is that on Twitter?
That right on Twitter. You can go live
do it on Twitter now? You don't do Periscope or anything?
Yeah, you can go live right on Twitter.
Yeah, I never did. I've done Periscope before and people have watched, but I didn't know you could just go right Twitter.
Yeah, you can do that. I thought about maybe doing it on Facebook Live on my actual account and see if everyone's like, "You're an idiot."
I'm sure people would enjoy it. But Eric, so this morning you woke up to snow where you're at?
Yep.
That fucking sucks.
Oh, thanks.
Sucks to be you.
Had to get the scrape.
Oh no, we'll go look at the window like, ain't this a bitch?
I got out and I'm like, I opened up the blinds in the living room. I'm like, shit, man, it's snowing out.
Well, I saw last night on the news, they were talking about the storm that's coming through your part now over from Dakotas and all that stuff. And those people got pummeled out there. And then some other parts of the country were getting heavy flooding and some other stuff. It was like a crazy storm. I think where Dan is at, Booze Reviews up in Canada, they were getting snow. And so.
Yeah, they got some of the ice off of Lake Superior coming on, and people are kind of freaking out. They're like, holy crap. And they're trying to chip away at the ice so it doesn't come into their house and damage your house. And
damn.
So, I don't know if there's anywhere good to go anywhere to avoid any of this stuff. Like everywhere has something popping up lately.
Yeah. But it said it's already broken up in like crystals and stuff. You just more or less take a shovel and just shovel and kind of shovel it off to the side.
Stuff blowing off to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Eric Gilbert says, "Cheers, fools, and go Leafs, go." So he's in the hockey mode now.
Uh-oh.
Cheers.
Yeah, but the Leafs, from talking with I think Joe was telling me I don't know if you guys are watching hockey as well. The Leafs aren't really that good, but on EA Sports they treat them like they're pretty good, or EA Hockey they're pretty good on there.
Did they even make the play? Did Toronto even make the playoffs?
Oh, I don't even know. Is it playoff time already?
Yeah, for hockey, yeah.
Well, and for basketball. Well, if Gilbert's rooting for them, they probably have. Yeah, I haven't watched the Budweiser commercial yet. I just found out about that with Dwayne Wade. I have to check that out.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of kudos off of that and everything. But some people was like, I almost went to tears watching this thing.
It'll choke you up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I showed Shannon last night. I was like, watch this video. And she look over, she's got tears. She's like, "Why would you make me watch that?" It's like, "Cause it's good." It's like it's a touching video.
I'll have to watch it. I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
you're still Bud, but damn it, that's a good commercial.
Right, exactly.
just like Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I will say they were a little tacky in the video because when he's in the gym doing his interview or talking to the other people, all you see in the back is like Bud, you know.
Yeah.
Like I know it's her video, but it's like, come on, man.
Probably just done one like in the background and been okay with it. Yeah.
I remember Peyton Manning when he was interviewed. He was like, "I'm gonna drink a couple Budweisers and then I'll decide what I kind of want to do." I'm like, "Wait, well, if you're drinking a couple of Budweisers, you pretty much already know what you're gonna be doing."
Yeah, you've already made your decision.
Yep.
Budweiser's, check, please. Big old Peyton Manning head.
Man, those strawberries are tart, boy. Woo!
Oh, that's right. So that's right. We didn't talk about the beers we were doing. So I'm actually drinking the Sierra Vesa from Sierra Nevada. This is their lager. They call it an easy drinking lager. It's all right. You know me and some of the lagers. It's kind of I think you would like it, Eric, for sure. It's got a nice feel to it, but it's kind of just like it doesn't really wow me or anything.
Yeah, lagers aren't really supposed to wow you. So
I mean, but like if I was cutting the grass like that, it'd go down very easily right now.
But I'm having the one that Rod J sent me here in my beer mail package. It's a strawberry Midwest fruit tart. This is the Urban Artifact squeeze box. Comes in at 8.6% alcohol by volume.
Nice. So what do you think about that?
The strawberries are tart, I can tell you that.
Does yours look like Mudwater too a little bit? Or
a little bit. Not too bad.
I mean, after Joe tried to describe it on his video, it's like, I mean, it doesn't affect the flavor. It's just kind of a weird color. I thought it'd be more pinkish when it came.
Yeah, it is this kind of brownish, almost muddy looking. That is a good description of it.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't use the Ohio River to making of that one. Just don't know.
That would explain a lot if they did.
But in that case, the Ohio River tastes better than I would thought it would have tasted. Too,
True.
When you got there, Todd.
I'm drinking a fresh fruit double milkshake IPA infused with strawberry and vanilla from 450 North.
Surprise, surprise.
It's kind of an older one though. So the guy that I was getting some of them from, he had a few extras. He's like, "You want this?" I was like, "Sure." I've not had it yet, but so this is many releases ago. So it's kind of I think it has fallen off quite a little bit, but
yeah.
It's still not bad.
On that one, it probably says drink fresh on the side too, which might have fell off a little bit. But it's still not a drain pour.
No, it's not a drain pour. Yeah, it says please enjoy soon after purchase for maximum freshness.
Yeah.
And it comes in at 8% ABV.
Nice. And then we got HWG, Happiness Without Guilt. Welcome, thumbs up, says cheers all. Happiness Without Guilt also has a nice little channel you can check out there too. What is hashtag LGRW? Oh, let's go Red Wings. All right, never mind. I was trying to... Are the Red Wings in the playoffs? Oh, you muted yourself, Eric.
Oh shit! Read the lips. That was great.
Are the Red Wings in the playoffs?
No, they're not.
Let's see. Back with we have to pay our property taxes again by September. We get the bill in the mail into June. Typically pay it quick. So we have another tax bill. We have another tax bill coming. Yeah. Taxes, there's no shortage of those being sent to people. But it's always like, it's no rush if you usually have to pay or anything. So it's kind of like, which, that's the funny thing. Like, people always get the refunds and they want to do this. Oh, it's my vacation. But really, you shouldn't be getting anything back from your taxes. You should be breaking even. Paying something. Otherwise, you're giving a free loan to the government. But people like kind of look at it that way. Although this year has been surprised. People have been finding out it didn't work out that way. Because they didn't change withholding. They might be getting hurt a little bit. Eric says the other half sniper needs to drink more booze. It kills all the germ sons. I agree, EG. I mean, I haven't had the flu since I don't know, like forever.
Knock on wood, Rod. Knock on wood.
Oh, I tell my wife all the time. She's like, I cannot believe you haven't gotten like the flu because she got sick like a couple of years ago, and I think like 5 or 6 years ago I had like gotten something for like a few hours, and I was back up doing stuff, and she was like, How are you back up doing? Like you were just like ready to throw out. Like I don't know. I just got stuff I got to do. Shake it off. That's what I do. Shake it off.
Knock on wood. I've never had the flu either, nor have I had the flu shot. So
yeah,
I got a touch of it, so I'm recovering. I think I'm almost done with it. I got a little congestion, but I'm all right.
Yeah, I really haven't gotten any type of major illness. I mean, I ended up having to get elbow surgery a couple years ago. I had like last year when I had the tooth thing, I had to get that tooth pulled, but I've never really had anything like too much. I'm fortunate, knock on wood, in that regard.
Yeah, same here.
Let me see here. And Backwoods Billy said, I know that it typically. Oh, let me go back up. I think I missed something. Oh, he says, I know that they typically profit around here on the beer fest is 20,000 plus. Yeah, some beers. I think some of the festivals though they may actually break even. From what I've been told by some of the breweries that go into them, but it is what it is. I like the little ones that are for charity, so because the money's going to nice cause and everything. And Bumpy has said, "Cheers to Backwoods." And he got confused first. He said Hillbilly because he thought it was Hillbilly Billy, but it was Backwoods Billy. Well, I'm thinking that Hillbilly from down in Louisville. So. Cody says this is an IPA. I have a Goza ferment, and that's one he was talking about last week. Tomorrow,
all right.
And then tomorrow he's buying supplies for the Hefeweizen. Yeah,
nice.
And then Billy says, "OMG, actually they talked about sheep as well. Put it on." But it's been a bumpy back and forth. And yeah, this week was the Craft Brew Association convention. Yeah, and there's some videos out there on YouTube from some of the people that actually went there. I know that have been uploading some different stuff and some of the interviews. It was funny. They interviewed the one guy from Miller. I don't know if you guys have saw the video out there. Now it's like a little 20-second thing, and they're like asking him, "So what do you think about the controversial thing about the ad with the corn syrup and all that kind of stuff?" And he was like, "Well, I don't really care that much about the corn syrup thing. I think they're misrepresented, but the thing I'm mad about is they're not making beer right." He's like, "Stop using rice." And he walked away. It's pretty funny.
Stop using rice.
Let's see here. Cody needs to brew malt liquor. Eric said that's funny. Bumpy said he's calling Harvard for all the big ballers getting their kids into college under a sports academic. Yeah. Well, that's been going on for a while. It's just people were finding out more and more about it, I guess. Cody says to Eric, I'm studying. How would you go about an iced beer right now?
Hey, if you can pull it off, that's all I'm saying.
And then Eric says, Eric Gilbert says, drinking Big Rigs Midnight Kiss My Cow Double Chocolate Milk Stout. Soon to be followed by whiskey, I'm sure. And then Bumpy says he would do live brew days with his cell. So he was using his cell for the mobile video as well. Earth's in the house. What up, Beer Moflos?
What's up, Earth?
What's up, Earth?
Foamy says, hey, everyone. Having a barrel-aged Innocent Gun, Blood Red Sky, Rum Barrel, Red Beer. Cheers. Cheers, Foamy.
Nice.
I need to pick up some Innocent Gun. I haven't had an Innocent Gun in a while.
I haven't either, Rod.
I usually have it when I go to a pub.
I've never had the original.
Yeah.
I had the variant, but not the original.
Speaking of some of the stuff from overseas, I don't know if you guys saw or not, but Brewdog, talking about how big they're blowing up, they actually have purchased Stone Berlin. So Stone's basically pulling out of Berlin now as they sold it to Brewdog, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Like Stone struggled there, people weren't getting their stuff, and Brewdog's capitalizing on having another opportunity in another country, or how that's all working out. But essentially, Stone will no longer be in Berlin. So as far as that facility. Yeah, so I don't know if Peter and Craig and all them, I saw that over there yet. I mean, they're in the UK, but they get a lot of stuff with the news from out of Germany as well.
Oh,
Which I still need to go to that hotel. A couple of my friends here that went to the hotel, they seem to really love it up there. So, And then Foamy Head says, I also watch Liquid Lunch, and they stream on Instagram, and they limit the live stream to 1 hour.
Nice.
I didn't know you could stream now on Instagram. That's interesting. Because I know you could do like the short video. That could be another spot to do some streams at too. I've definitely got more people on Instagram than I do on YouTube. Eric Gilbert says, geez, Bruins and Leafs first game tonight. Not hate, son. To Eric. Eric Gilbert said, don't hate. So Drunken One says, hey gang. And Eric says Drunken One. So D1's in the house. Welcome, brother. And that is the comments. I can't believe I got down to the comments all that quickly. So
nice job. Good work.
Man, gotta be prepared. You guys I like it. I like the interaction. People are prepared out there dropping all kinds of stuff.
You deserve a drink after that one.
I do, right? Yeah. This one, it has a nice little bit of a salty type feel on it, though. You know, Jerry Fort. I know a guy named Jerry Foy. Jerry Fort, the beer review guy. He used to always talk about how he put salt in some of the lagers he was drinking because his dad used to do that. This one has like a salty feel in there, like if salt were added, kind of like on the back end of a Goza where you have that little salinity type feel. So it actually adds a nice little touch as you get down to the end of it and everything as it warmed up a little bit.
So what's a 6-pack of those run?
They had it like all of our Sierra Nevada right now is like $7.99, I think. So
normal price or regular? That's
regular sale price at Kroger. So usually I think they're like $8.99 or so.
Oh, okay.
But the brewed IPA is $7.99. The regular, the torpedoes, at our Kroger at least, that's what they're kind of discounting them at right now, which isn't a bad price. Especially the brewed IPA isn't a bad price. I actually like that one some.
It's so weird your Kroger gets that many good beers, like, or
yeah,
to choose from. Like our Kroger here sucks.
They build it up. It wasn't that way for a while, but now it's kind of like you go in there and they get craft. They got like a craft side to the aisle, and then kind of your macro side, which is really funny because they put the founders, the lager when they do into the macro side. Like that's right, son. Keep away from the craft beer. But now we got like 2 roses showing up. We've got what's the other ones that we got out there that I was surprised to see? I mean, we get Brewdog in Kroger with some of their beers. You'd
think being a national chain, you'd get them in all states like that, but
well, it depends on who's buying what, where they're making the sales, and we've got I guess a pretty good area for beer because we have a craft beer store, kind of the one I returned that beer to. I mean, they do a lot of craft beers out of that store. In the same area, and then we have a Kroger liquor store, which actually is funny because in Kentucky, you can't have the beer and the wine store inside the grocery store.
Yep.
You have 2 separate spots. So they have like right next door is the liquor store for Kroger, but the Kroger main store gets better beers than the liquor store does, which is hilarious because they're like, and I talked about that before, the way they're set up on their distribution, the numbers come out better in the Kroger store, so they get the preference over there for the beer. I'm like, why don't you guys just put it over there and just move it over to this store and sell it out of this one? And they can't do it legally; it has to be sold out where it was delivered to.
So they actually will sell beer in the liquor portion of the store, the liquor part of it.
Well, in the separate store where you have liquor, you have beer, you have wine. They'll sell it all there.
Right, that's what I mean. But they mix beer in with the liquor too, though.
Yeah, you can have the beer in the liquor store, but in the main Kroger, you can only have beer. You can't even have wine.
Okay. Because I know when you go to like South Carolina or places like that, they have just a liquor store and that's all it is. But their beer and wine would be like in a grocery store.
Right. Depending on what the state dictates. And now, if you go to Ohio, you can actually sell beer in the Kroger, and in Ohio, it's like Jungle Gyms. You'll have an area there where you have taps, and people will sit there and drinking beer inside Kroger, or drinking beer while they're shopping. So, but you can't do it in Kentucky.
Yeah, now in Indiana, you can sell all of them in the same place.
Yeah, Michigan you can too.
But like now, if you go to like a store like where J.O.'s at, like the Party Source or Jungle Gym, stuff like that, where it's not Jungle Gyms is kind of, that's in Ohio, so they have the grocery store kind of with the international market. Plus, they have the liquor there, they have the beer, cigars, all that kind of stuff. But for Kentucky, you can't do it like you have Party Source where JO's at, and it's liquor, it's beer, there's even a brewery inside of there for Braxton Labs. But you have like not really food. You have like snack stuff. You can buy like you can buy cheese trays and lunch meat type stuff and some different things. Not actual lunch meat, but kind of like the deli type trays. You know, it's like kind of snack type foods, not real food. That's just so to speak. So.
But also in Indiana, you can't buy cold beer at a liquor store, or at a liquor store you can, but at a grocery type store you can't.
Oh, at a grocery store you can't buy cold. Okay.
Nope.
Interesting.
And vice. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if it's just one of those goofy ass laws. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you want to buy cold beer, you have to go to an actual liquor store, and vice versa. Liquor stores can't sell cold pop or cola or whatever you want to call it, depending on what part of the world you live in.
Of course, if you're Paul and you went into that, you were like, "This is where I like it, son." Just like
yeah, off the shelf.
Right.
Thank you.
Paul would be like, "You guys are doing things right."
Yeah, they'd actually be like, "Can you pop this in a microwave for just a second?"
You can buy cold beer the same price you can buy warm beer out here.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way it is here too, for the most part, at a liquor store. But
right.
At a grocery store, you just can't buy it cold.
Hell, we can go to Myers, Kroger, Aldi's, freaking Walmart. You can buy it right while you're shopping.
Yeah, see, our grocery store, you could actually buy it cold. So, and they'll have a little bit. I'll be out that'll be like warm too. Like when they had the Hop Slam, it was sitting out to the side, and some of the other stuff. But you know, and then that's where we got like Genesee Ice.
Genesee Ice.
Which Genesee
I'm thinking about that Genesee Ice must be.
It's like Bush Ice. They're actually creating new labels. They're going through a whole new marketing thing with some of their beers too. So there's a few brands that have been updating their beer labels lately. Mister's in the house. Welcome, Mister. He says, "What is Kroger?" Well, Kroger is actually a main grocery store chain. They're based out of Cincinnati, but they go across the country and they have other companies under them. So a lot of people do see the Kroger line. And he said, "Pharmacy?" ? Yeah, we have a beer in Taco Bell, but not all the locations. Yeah, we actually have a cantina downtown for Taco Bell, which has like margaritas and you have beer, both being available there. Kind of like Chipotle, where we have beer and we have margaritas here. But Chipotle used to make a really good margarita, and then they started watering them down. But they used to be really good.
Where's Mister out of?
Where are you at, Mister? Where are you located? Multi.
I see he has a big whopping 3 subscribers.
Everybody's starting.
Well, you got to start somewhere, man.
Yeah. I've had a couple people say they were thinking about quitting YouTube. That after they did that change, I'm like, well, it's. They hope you don't quit. I mean, especially because some people have some good material and stuff. I mean, just gotta grind it out if you can.
I just do this just for a hobby. I'm not gonna be a YouTube star or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just do it because I like to do it.
Yeah. I think I would definitely agree with that as well. I mean, if I get a little something, I'm saying I'll take it. But
yeah.
I ain't gonna turn it down or nothing.
I just haven't hit the watch hours yet. That's my big thing. I haven't hit the watch hours yet.
Well, that's the reason why I'm going to be going to a lot more live streaming, I think. I'm going to do a lot more live reviews. That's one thing I'll say later was when the update to the channel. I have like I said, 50-something already recorded stuff that I'll be uploading, but I'm going to start working on more live stream reviews and stuff too. So.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that too, getting through the beers you sent me in, because I don't want them just kind of sitting here, but
yeah.
Get them recorded and then do that.
I might do some live some live streams with the movie trailers as well. Kind of do some interactions with those. I kind of like watching those and checking those out and stuff. So there's definitely some positive responses from doing those.
Now, have you done enough to where you go, man, I might actually go see that one? Where you would have went.
Well, I mean, I did Avengers. I mean, the Endgame, that's like automatic. It's like,
yeah.
But I gotta wait on Endgame. Like you can't go I can't go the first week or two because it's gonna be too crazy. Everybody will be in there. There'll be people there talking and taking notes and stuff like that. And there'll be a lot of kids, I'm sure, and it's kind of like, you know, you come back the next week. There's people coming back from the first week, so you got to wait it out a little bit. But I'll probably go like on an off day, like a Tuesday or a Wednesday when people are at work. I'll take off that morning or something to go see it, or that afternoon when it might be a better shot at it. But the end game I want to see. That one from Quentin Tarantino, I did the trailer on. I'm just a huge Tarantino fan, so I'll watch that when it comes out too, to see what that was about.
I don't think I went to the movie theater in probably, goodness, when's the last time I've been to a movie theater? It's been some time.
Yeah. We went to go see Us when it came out last month, so.
Yeah, we were gonna go see that last Friday, and then we ended up not making it. Went to a brewery and hung out instead.
What? You went to have beer instead?
Yeah.
Oh God, come on.
It wasn't even my idea.
Shannon's running and she's like, let's go get some beer instead. You're like, okay.
I was like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It's so funny after all these years, you now got her drinking beer. Yeah, and that's just kind of, I don't know, if he one way or the other, I don't know. She hasn't just, like the newness wore off of it, so now it's not as exciting for her anymore, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to keep putting new stuff in front of her and everything. So, we went out to dinner tonight at one of the local places for barbecue and had a few beers. And my wife was like, I was like, you want a beer? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, what do you want? She's like, what do you think I want? Kind of thing. Is like, I had to go through the beer list. And we went to last time, which was actually the Braxton has a Bavarian lager. So I got her that. That's what she likes. So. She had that, and I had a Scotch ale, and then I had a Bavarian lager after that earlier. But it's funny. I mean, she's all willing to try new beers and stuff, different things. I mean, she's not into the hops, she's not into the bitter. Like she likes some of the sours now she's had, so that works.
Does she like Belgian ales?
She hasn't really tried any of the Belgian ales yet. Well, I'm sorry, she's actually had some in the past she did like. It's been a while since she's actually had one.
I still don't like coconut.
Because that's one thing I might do that tomorrow night because 21090 has sent me some beers. I think I'm gonna do a live review on their beers. One of them was a coconut brown ale, and the other was an IPA. So I might do that tomorrow.
Yeah. So next week I'm gonna be in Chicago. Where should I go for some breweries in Chicago? I'll be over by Midway. Midway Airport.
Midway. Well, I wonder if James will get in here. He gets one. He's in Chicago. You got to go Lagunitas.
Yeah.
How far are you from there? Do you know where you're staying at? How far you'll be?
Like just down the road from the airport.
Okay.
It's like a Hilton hotel I'll be at.
I mean, I was downtown. I Ubered out to Lagunitas, which is kind of in a warehouse district. It wasn't bad. It was like maybe $10 or something, $11.
Oh, man.
Some people take the train, but I'm like, I'll just get an Uber.
I thought about going to Goose Island, but man, that's like 14 miles away.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a run there.
So Revolution, is a Revolution in Chicago?
Revolution's in Chicago. Five Lizards in Chicago.
I was hoping maybe to find some bottle shops too to
go to. I was going to tell you.
You're driving, right?
Yeah, I'm driving. Yeah.
Find a Benny's.
What's that, Todd?
Find a Benny's. They're huge. They're all over, but they're huge.
The liquor store chain.
Yeah.
All right.
When I was in Chicago last year, I went to one because it was like literally a quarter mile from our hotel, and the sales guy I was with, he had the car, and his name was like, I'm taking a van, I'm going to Benny's while we're waiting for our thing to. And I got a big old I brought home. Could have bought a lot more beer than I brought back with me, but had to restrain myself a little bit.
I'm gonna need a front loader if you got one here.
Is that BENNIE or BENNY?
I think it's BINNY apostrophe S, I believe.
Oh, I did see about that. I didn't get a chance to get out there, but last time in Chicago, I did see that place, and I was
Benny's Beverage Depot.
Yeah, they're all over Chicago, I believe.
Holy shit, they are all over Chicago.
So you should be able to find one pretty easy where you're at, but I would definitely recommend checking them out. That's where I picked up some of the IPA. I got the IPA number 6 when I was up there.
14 miles away. Well, that's one of them, obviously. But
well, if you're just driving over to load up, I mean, you'll be in good shape because you won't be drinking.
Yeah, I won't be drinking.
Let me see here. Hey, Mister said he's in Toronto. I'd like to go back to Toronto at some point. That's a good city. That was fun when I was there years ago. Cody said, have you guys had cream ales? What did you think if you did? I've had cream ales. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of the cream ale style, but I've had some since then that I've actually enjoyed. So, like any style, you got to keep experimenting with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys thought of cream ales you guys had.
It's I like the Genesee cream ale. And
Yeah.
Lansing Brewing Company has the cream ale that I like, which is local to me. It's only about 20-minute drive for me. But I'm going to get you guys some of those beers and see what you guys think of them. Because I can get all of them.
Sounds good to me.
They're kind of hit. They're kind of hit and miss for me.
Lansing Brewing?
Yeah. Cream
No,
ales?
just cream ales in general.
Oh, cream ales?
Yeah. I think you can find some that are really good, and you can find some that are not so good.
The Lansing's rotating stock you'll get is a cream ale, the Imperial Porter, the IPA, and then there's a Pilsner.
Well, I know that one that surprised me, and Todd, I think you may have had it as well, was the Kentucky Vanilla Barrel Cream Ale from Alltech. Have you had that one? Yeah, that one was actually better than I thought. But Victory also has a good one too. I had with their Blackboard series, and it was a cream ale with cold brew coffee. That one was really good.
You know, when Alltech first came out with the cream ale, and I don't know if it's the same one that they're actually bottling on a regular basis now, but the first time they had a cream ale was a homebrew competition.
Yeah.
And the cream ale won out. And to me, at that point, that was, and maybe still is, probably one of the better beers that they make, if not the best beer they make.
Right. Let's see here. Oh, Beerman's in the house. Says, hey, guys, cheers. Welcome, Beerman. Beerman
Cheers.
is out in Oregon. No, sorry, in Washington. He's out in Washington. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys haven't checked out Beerman's channel, you should. He's got some funny videos on there when he does like the whole psychedelic type stuff too. And of course, I didn't mention, but Backwoods Billy has some good stuff on there. And Billy does some of the festival stuff and the reviews and interviews and stuff on his channel too. Billy says coconut yummy. I agree. Not Eric. Eric's not a coconut, but
no coconut. No coconut.
three out of 4 Beer Flow people are okay with it.
Hey, so Todd, how far is Three Floyds Brewing from 94?
I have no idea.
Is it quite a ways?
You probably would
have been a monster for that one.
I was gonna say you'd be closer to probably go to 18th Street Brewery, probably.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a good brewery to check out too.
Yeah, I've never been to either one, and I want to get there. But I think they're only about 20 miles or so apart, maybe.
Okay.
I know Three Floyds is a little bit further south, or not, further south, but it's more south than 18th Street. I think 18th Street is in Gary, so you'll go right through Gary probably.
Yep. Yeah, I'll go right through Gary, Indiana. Yep.
Or it's right on the outskirts of Gary. I know it's right there.
Eric rolling through Gary, Indiana.
Roll them up, kids. Roll them up.
Go to Michigan City. Go Porter, Indiana.
Like Chevy Chase and Vacation.
Yeah. Well, first you got to go down to the stop sign and.
Like, oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah, well, he was nice.
Oh, Beerman says 5 lizards. I went to try 5 lizards. And Backwoods said hello to Beerman. Oh, beer by the numbers. Ryan's in the house. He said, what's good, everybody? Ryan, where you been, son? You've been around for a while. Good to have you back. Cody says, so cream ales aren't really like a lager. No, they're an ale. The difference between the ale and the lager is really the fermentation. The ales are going to have the top-down yeast. The lagers the bottom-up. That's really how they separate the two. But no, it's not really like a lager. It's usually a little more creamy, a little bit of a softer type feel to a lot of the cream ales. Beer Man says, and hey, Drunken One as well. Oh, shit. Dean's in the house from over in the UK. What's up, Dean? Dean's Beer Reviews, another one to check out there. He says, hi, guys. You were up late
Cheers.
tonight.
Yeah, you are, Dean. You're up late.
3:11 over there?
Hopefully you got to work in the morning, brother.
Yeah. What is going on? Beerman said you're a man, Rod. Thanks, my friend. Yeah, definitely. We want to get you some support out there as well, Beerman. You're doing some good stuff. Talking about someone being around a lot of beers. I mean, you're freaking in Washington. You got Oregon stuff out there. You got all kinds of stuff happening out there. Another beer paradise. And Eric Gilbert says, on to Omer Tradition Blonde and Leafs won, sons. Leafs are winning. All right. And Beer by the Numbers has been taking a break. Life is moving fast and can't quite keep up with YouTube as much. Should be back in the swing this summer. All right. Well, you got to do what you got to do. But, I don't know if you've been updating your channels. I haven't got a chance to catch up on your stuff too, but may have to actually check that stuff out if you've been putting any new stuff up. Because if you guys ever want to really get into some of the nuts and bolts of beer, then you guys really need to make sure you're subscribed to Beer by the Numbers. He really breaks down a lot of good stuff. And he does it in a fun, entertaining way, which makes it nice. So make sure you guys check out his channel. Beerman said, I like Camille's. They're nice. I mean, cream ales. LOL. Dean said he's working now. Man, you're working. Oh, so you're probably driving right now and stuff. So you're probably just waiting on your passengers, I think, and hanging out watching. Cool. I definitely appreciate you taking some time. At some point, Dean, we need to do a collab as well if we can get the time frames matched up here.
Does Dean do like Uber or Lyft or something or what?
I think Dean drives like limos and stuff, I believe.
Oh, limo. Yeah. Okay.
I believe it. If I'm wrong, Dean, let me know. But I thought you had told me one time you were driving to that and everything. So, kind of when the whole stuff is happening in the Die Hard building, Dean's down in the car, listening to music, relaxing and stuff while John McClane's up there fighting stuff. So.
Has that
Beerman said that was my mom's name, so he's saying Camille. So
I just hate myself by saying a newspaper.
And Billy says cream ales, try Genesee. Yeah, Genesee is known for having a good cream ale for sure. If Joe was here, he'd be all over that comment.
I like their Bach. I like the Genesee Bach. That's good too.
We just had that here too. I didn't pick it up, but that was one of the Jungle Gyms things they had as well. It's like a 6-pack for I think it was like $3.99, $2.99.
Rod J deal.
Yeah, so I probably should have picked it up to check it out. Yeah, the foamy head was asking Drunken One if he watched Liquid Lunch. Today they were at Grain Cellar Homebrew Shop in Humboldt, Texas. Yeah, speaking of Texas, I got to go down to Dallas here in June for my nephew's graduation. So I'm trying to think if I can get in time to fly in, maybe get a beer shop, box it up, take it to a UPS store, ship it back. So when I come back, it'll be here for me.
Got to make time, sons.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. You got to make time.
I mean, come on, you can't drive everywhere. So if you're flying somewhere, you still want to send beer back. So,
True that.
I'm just like, I'm happy now I can use my USPS eBay boxes that UPS takes those. That's so easy that I can just throw stuff in there. It'll be interesting. A month from now, I will be in Jamaica.
Nice.
So I don't know much about their beer scene yet. I mean, everybody that kind of knows Red Stripe, but they got to have other stuff down there too. So
I've nener had. I can get Red Stripe here, but I've never had it ever.
I haven't had it since college. We've had it back then. We'd have during the summer or spring, let's say Jamaica days or whatever. But you'd have parties and stuff, theme type parties, and you'd have Red Stripe or something. So
I'll tell you what, Mexico, when I was down there, they had some craft beers. I never did get any.
Yeah, you were able to get a little bit more craft where you were than when I went to Cancun last year. I didn't see too much of the craft stuff there, but
yeah, when I was in Tijuana, there was quite a bit.
Did you just not have time, or you just chose not to?
Well, I
a little bit of both.
I can't put it on the company credit card. Is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
They kind of frown upon that.
Yeah, companies are funny that way,
Yeah.
Even if you have an ale pie, or it's like a kind of shepherd's type of pie. They'll call it an ale, and they'll be like, "Oh, what is this? What is?" I'm like, "It's a food item. It's not."
It was dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. I didn't do this, but years ago, one of the companies I worked at, they went to one of the reps. They took reps out to dinner at a place. Well, this place they went to, it ended up being like believe it or not, it was like a steak in a strip club. But they were like, remember how expensive? But then they got all the receipts. They would actually just put the steak restaurant on there, so they were able to expense it back to the company.
Yeah, a lot of them will do that if you just give like a non-itemized receipt.
Yeah.
They'll do that. A lot of them will do that now.
Yeah, some companies though don't want the itemized to see what actually was purchased when you're there too. I mean,
yeah,
I've seen some companies that will kind of want to go that way, but luckily, like the companies I work at in the financial world, it's just you can get back with, oh, this is what I paid. This was the tip part of it. Blah blah blah. And like,
but when they're sending you out and you're on, you're basically working 24/7. When you're out there, you should be able to. They should buy whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too when you take like people out and stuff. Like you're gonna take some people out to dinner and stuff like that and everything, and it's like, well, how much do you spend? What's the budget? Now, just keep it reasonable. It's like you're reasonable. It's not my reasonable.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you might say keep it reasonable and just like go to like a basic like steakhouse or something, I may think reasonable is Ruth Chris. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah.
He said take him to a steak dinner, Texas Roadhouse. And I wasn't going to go there. That's kind of low. I went to the good place. Can't show up at Ponderosa with some clients. What are you, crazy?
We wanted some 10-year-old steak. That's some.
Knock yourself out, guys. You got the grand buffet over there. Grab yourself some links, son. Oh, let's see here. Billy said, Eclipse in the house. Welcome, Steven. Billy said, when I was at Payne Weber, they encouraged spending money. Yeah. They wrote it off. That's true. I mean, I'm in the financial world that I'm in. That's what they usually do. But it's kind of how you actually do the stuff. It's like they know you're going to take people out to drink, but they don't want you to turn the receipt which you showed about the drink. So you have to kind of cut things certain ways sometimes. Then Billy says he's retired now. Elbow in the house. Welcome, Elbow. He says, hi, folks. Cheers. I'm enjoying a Victory SC Ballast Point.
Cheers.
Victory SC is a good beer. That's a good beer. So definitely enjoy. Which I do have the, what's the other one they have? Is it the High Westerfied? I finally put that one out next. I'm going to drink that here probably next week or two. So I can do a review on that one. Beer Man said McDonald's. McDonald's always open. You can always go to McDonald's, right? Yeah. And then what's Rotten Ron? Oh, Rotten Ronnie's from McDonald's.
Rotten Ron's.
Rotten Ronnie's. That's what I call it. Rotten Ronnie's.
And Ryan said the first time Brenda ever had oysters was on a work trip, company dime. Yeah, it's kind of funny when you go on a work trip and you
get try all kinds of shit.
You're like a little more adventurous, to try things you may not know because it's not your money paying for it, right? So
exactly.
You never had sushi, you might think you might want to try it. What better way than on a work trip if you have sushi?
I love sushi. I love sushi. I wasn't big on it in my younger years, but now I like it a lot.
I'm not a fan of eel, but I like a lot of the other stuff with it.
Yeah, tuna, lobster. What else? They got salmon,
shrimp with the spicy mayo.
Yep.
And I like those the green bean type things they have. The edamame. I like eating those, and it's pretty some healthy type stuff. I mean, assuming we're not getting the radioactive stuff out of Japan, we should be in good shape. But it's always a risk. It's a coin.
It's a coin toss for sure.
This just came in today. From where? Japan.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Which I like.
Where do you want it to be from? That's where it's from.
I like a good gyro too. I mean, I like some lamb. So
Middle Eastern food. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
we got some
good Middle Eastern food.
Yeah, we got some good Middle Eastern, and we got some good Korean places here. We got some pretty good Mediterranean. One thing I haven't done yet, which a lot of people I know have done and they really like, is actually Ethiopia. We have a few Ethiopian restaurants that do very well, and I haven't tried any of that yet. But some nice fresh type stuff they do. But it's funny, like you ever like go out and eat and you'll eat or something, maybe it's at work or something. Like people you're with, you're not usually with, but it's like one of those people like kind of that sniffer. Like they just sniff everything before they actually. It's like, what are you doing? Just eat the damn thing. You gotta sniff it first, and it's like, what are you, a puppy? That's just bad. Like some of the people, I choose my wife out because she's that way too. Like she doesn't want her food touched, and like she has the thing which will separate it out, and it's like it's all going to the same spot. It's all going to the same place. Who cares if your peas roll into the macaroni? They're all going to be together anyway.
I used to do that when I was like 5.
My mother always did. God bless my mom.
Yeah.
She put peas in the damn
mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Well, you got the makings of a shepherd pie beginning then, right? So.
And Mom, if you're watching, I love you, but I hate it.
I still got some buddies that'll just be like you think they're still eating like they were in 5th grade or some stuff. Like they'll get like a cheeseburger, and they mean like a cheeseburger and just like cheese and the burger. It's like nothing else on it, or like they don't know what they want. So they'll get like these chicken nuggets at a restaurant. You're at a restaurant, you're ordering like off the kids menu.
now, Rod, I would say that's the way I like my burger. I just like it with cheese,
right?
Just cheese and the meat.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like the way they do it is almost just like. They wouldn't try anything. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like they do stuff like you're ordering like lunch, like in 6th grade still sometimes. And it's like, come on, branch out. You know, what do you want? A carton of chocolate milk too? Get a little one of those. They're like, oh yeah, well you can get one.
Oh, that's an option. I'll take that.
It's like, get out of here. Elbow says yes. High Western barrel, so the High Westified. Beer by the numbers, all you can eat sushi. Well, that could be dangerous. I mean, there's some people that can really put down some sushi. And they can really put it down there. We got some places here, like what they do, like on after happy hour, like 7:30 to close or whatever. Everything's half price sushi at some of the restaurants. And you get a lot of people, especially around the university area, which is a pretty good deal. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with all you can eat sushi. I mean, there's been sushi like out on Chinese restaurants I've been to where they've had like buffet and they'll like have pieces of sushi, but it's not like good sushi. It's like buffet sushi. You know what I mean? It's not like
yeah.
Hey, Rod, do you all have like any of the super Krogers there yet?
We have like I think 1 or 2 in the area, more on the Ohio side than what we have here. But they built this Kroger by my house. This was one of the bigger ones in the tri-state area because they were discounting the ones outside kind of a radius. But since then, they built some other ones that are bigger, and they have like super stuff where you can get furniture and everything. Yeah,
the reason why I was asking is if you have a super Kroger around you, they have like the one here has like a sushi chef type.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you can get them like fresh, and they have really good sushi there.
No, we have a sushi bar here where we have a couple chefs that do sushi.
Oh, okay.
And then we have like a pizza bar. They got the regular salad bar, the soup bar. We got a cheese bar, an olive bar. So we got
so you have a big one there.
I thought you meant super. I meant to you meant super like with the furniture and stuff like that too, because we do have those as well in the area. You go in and freaking buy furniture. Like, what the hell? I'm at the grocery store. Why am I going to buy I was going to get some hamburgers, but I need a patio.
I just come in for some milk. Now I'm going home with a patio. With a new kitchen suit or furniture or living room suit. Like, what the fuck? All I wanted was some milk.
But like they have like clothes they sell out there and shoes. And I'm usually limited on this clothes and stuff they'll do, but yeah, it's decent from what it used to be, and that's one of the reasons why we get some of the craft beer in here. We get, I think, because it is one of the bigger type stores like that.
We've got a couple that they renovated one of the older ones and made it a super Kroger or whatever you want to call them, and then they built a brand new one in a town over. I haven't been to either one. Well, I've been to one, but I haven't been to the brand new one.
Yeah.
So maybe I wonder if they'll have better selection than just a regular old Kroger as far as beer goes.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think distro, the way the world distro works, I would think it'd probably be very similar or the same.
Depending what the manager's order for that one. I mean, there's some Krogers that are getting different beers. Like I've been to the one over kind of where I'm in Independence over in Florence, and their beer selection is slightly different than what we get here. So it does depend on who's selling what where, I bet.
Yeah.
The Urban Artifact squeeze box was delicious, Rod. Delicious.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Awesome beer.
They do some good stuff.
So you're getting over the part that I haven't gotten over yet, like as far as because you didn't review that one, you just drank it and enjoyed it. I feel like everyone I got one-on-one, I got to do a review, and I'm trying to get past that moment. That's why I keep buying these other things. I just need to start drinking the beers and not worrying about it.
See, that's one of the reasons I haven't started a channel is because I would feel like I would have to do that too.
Yeah.
Well, I got this beer I haven't had. I need to put it on, on the channel or, do a review on it.
Yeah.
Well, especially on the Beer Flow show like this one, I just figured, I'm going to pick one of Rod's beers out and have it on the show, and this is actually really good. But you got to like tart strawberries because it's tart.
Yeah. I mean, I got like a strawberry vanilla cream type pie feel of it. Drinking it kind of. So yeah. Which I have the review done on that one. I just haven't uploaded it yet, but I get like it was almost like drinking. I mean, it really was like drinking dessert in a glass.
Yeah, very tart strawberries, like a tart strawberry pie kind of how I put it.
I would say, like you were saying when you poured it, the knock on it would be the eye test.
Yeah, the appearance isn't as attractive as what it should be, I think, on that, or what it could be. A little bit of a turn off there, but everything else on the aroma and the flavor does deliver.
I didn't think it was really a turn off. I thought it was maybe that's what they were going for. That's kind of.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying it would be turn off maybe for us that like kind of drink, but other people that might not be familiar with it.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. You kind of look at it, kind of think, is this how it's supposed to look? Type thing. I mean,
right.
I mean, we may question it, but we know it's a good beer when we smell it and taste it and all that kind of stuff. But someone was just looking across the bar and saw you pour it, they might be like, I might get something different.
Yeah, what the hell are you drinking? I don't want that.
This is the beer right here, guys, if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, Urban Artifact does some really good stuff.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because we're about to have like a local beer festival at one of the places here, and it's going to be like a sours festival. And it's like 2 blocks, seriously, like 2 blocks from Urban Artifact. And Urban Artifact isn't one of the beers there.
What?
I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, they're probably the best. They are the best known in the city for sours. I don't know if they didn't want to do it or what, but it's kind of like you guys are in their backyard having this festival. You don't have Urban Artifact there on the sour beers.
Wow,
it's interesting. So I actually posed that to the Greater Cincinnati group.
That has to be their call on that. Yeah,
I guess, but
or if they didn't get an invite for that, that would be pretty shitty.
Oh, definitely would be. Yeah. Let's see here. Beerman says he absolutely loves sushi. Said he had to run also, but thanks, Beerman. I don't know if you left or not yet, but glad you stopped through, of course. Billy says to Ryan, we are not far from Chiato. I'm saying Chincoteague. I'm trying to think of how you put this island, Virginia. Chakotay, Virginia. The Ulster capital, and Chrisfield, Maryland, the crab capital. Dude, you ever went crabs? Like the Maryland crabs are freaking phenomenal. Like you ever go to Maryland, you have to get crabs there. And Eric Gilbert says Whack Arnold's. I don't know what the Whack Arnold's is though. Billy says get some Ethiopian beers, the ones that are split for a minute. LOL. Let's see here. Beerman said he said he had to split. That's what I read earlier. And Billy says Applebee's Dollarita plus happy hour specials actually cheaper than McDoodles. It is cheers to Beerman. Eric Gilbert or the plate of PEI mussels and cream sauce suns. Get your bibs on. I do like some mussels. I do like eating mussels. And last time I had some, I bought some and they were like red wine mussels, and then I added a little bit of a Chardonnay to them.
Fancy.
I do a little something.
Just messing around, that's all.
Beer by the Number says we have a great local restaurant chain that does all you can eat sushi for a lunch or dinner price. Lunch for the win. Wow, that's pretty good. You could probably knock out a bunch of sushi there for that. But I wonder if they probably limited what you can actually have. Like they're not putting out some of the sashimi or some of the other type of stuff. They're probably like, California rolls and some other stuff, and then probably like tuna and salmon, I would think too. Like if they put out dragon rolls, I would tear it up.
Did he say what the price of it was?
Yeah, what's the price of it, Ryan? And that they have there for the sushi. Beer by the Number says, but you can only stay for 2 hours. Dude, craziest all you can eat anything that I've ever seen, ever witnessed. And there was one story where it was a fight even. It's like crab legs. Anywhere you see a crab legs, all you can eat. Like people seem to pack it in. Like they're in there for the long haul. And I've seen people like sit there.
Yeah.
I've seen we go to a casino or something. We went to a casino before, and we went to eat after we played. And we went in, it was like crab leg night, and like me and my buddies were like joking around. Like we saw people like there just like having frowns on their faces because they ran out of crab legs on a buffet. And seriously, as soon as they've refilled it, people are coming back to their table like stacks like of crab legs. Like seriously, you're not getting vegetables, you're not getting corn on the cob, you're not getting any mashed. No, it's just crab legs hanging off the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like crab legs are good, but they're just not worth. They're just not worth the effort for me.
Yeah, the return on your investment's crap.
And by the time you get it out, it's all cold, and it's like, it's just not worth it to me. I mean, I like it. I think it's good. If you could just order it where it's already out of the leg and everything, and just get the meat.
That would be awesome. Yeah. But these people that work it, I mean, they do it enough that they pretty much have a system. They know how to crack them in and get them out there. I mean, it's just like
no, they do for sure because you can just watch them and they'll pull like the whole piece of the meat out of it. It's like, how in the hell you do that?
Yeah. You got crab leg skills.
Exactly.
Oh, skills. Yeah, but I agree. Like when I went to New Orleans one year, we were down there and we had peel and eat shrimp, and the place we went to, they meant peel and eat. Like it was still the shrimp, like from the bay or whatever. It had the antenna, it had everything on it, and you had to really peel it. And it was like after like doing it for a bit, you're like, okay, I quit. Just gonna go drink. I'm not even gonna deal with these anymore. You guys could have given me a little bit of a head start. Took off half of the show, Let me see here. Eric says, "Wash it down to Eric Gilbert with the Colt 45." LOL.
Bit of D.
Bit of D.
And Dean says, "Always up for a collab, dude." Yeah, well, we got to get something set up, and I got to get you on one of the Beer Tuber spotlights as well because I want to definitely highlight your channel with some of the good things you're doing there, Dean. Billy said,
Dean does a hell of a job. He does
a great job. I mean, and it's like he has a great way of telling a story around the beer as far as presenting it, going through it. Like I said, if I had to play somebody to choose to play poker with, I'm going to choose Dean because Dean couldn't help but to smile if he had. You could easily tell when Dean has something going on, or if it's a bad hand, he'll give you that look like it's a bad hand. So just be careful, Dean, if you ever play poker. But and now he's doing some of the stuff with the weather breaking, like he just did a video in the backyard and stuff too. So getting out there, but I still think Dean is one of the best things he did, like a beer rather than drain pour. You do it in the backyard. That was freaking hilarious. Like he just opened the door, like you're out of here. Let's see here. Billy says Dogfish Head Brewing has a few tap houses with restaurants, a few brewer companies have restaurants. Yeah, there's a few here. I mean, we got some to have it. We just had one of ours, Wood and Cash, just added a restaurant into theirs, and a few other places that have some good stuff too. Steamed mussels, steamed shrimp, steamed crabs. I like that thinking there, Billy. That's some good steaming taking place. Beer by numbers: 25 for lunch, 40 for dinner. Not too many restrictions other than 2-hour limit. He was serious about the 2-hour limit.
2-hour limit.
They didn't mean. I was like, you go now. Like, they yell at you if you're over 2 hours? You do have to order each roll and wait a few minutes while they make it. So they drag out their time a little bit there. But how can he make you leave after 2 hours?
You must go now.
I mean,
you've been here too long.
You've been here 2 hours. You go now.
They put a timer on your table. That thing goes off. It's like, your time's up. It's like, yeah. Did I order a prostitute? What's going on here? I was getting lunch.
So it's all you can eat for 2 hours, not really all you can eat.
Yeah, all you can consume in 2 hours at the pace of the chefs.
Yeah. They'll be like, you better slow down. They've had enough.
It's like, does the time come off the clock when they're actually making it? Can I hit a pause there?
Right.
That's the television timeout.
You're rolling it way too fast. Slow your roll. Slow your roll, player. Slow your roll.
Slow your roll, player.
That was good there. That was good. Let me see here. Redbeard's in the house says, "What be going down?" Welcome.
What's
Red.
up, Redbeard?
Billy also said they have restaurants here, $11.95, all you can eat dinner, Chinese, Japanese, plus steamed crabs that are cold shrimp. Yeah, so yeah, we have some of those type of things. I don't actually go to buffets anymore though, just because they're kind of crazy. When you actually sit there, if you ever sit there and look at a buffet, and this is something like
it's kind of nasty.
We go to Golden Corral to get something to eat. After you sit there and you look, and it's pretty much like a grazing field for humans. It's no more like watching like cattle out in pasture, how they're moving from one to the next, and like people and like sort of people just I'm a big guy, and when I start getting bumped on the line, like moving along type thing, we've got issues. People coming in with the sweats, the elastic. I mean, they're prepared. It's kind of like they got the newspaper under the arm, like they're going to be there for a few hours. Nah, son, I can't be in that kind of place anymore. It is like. It's like the Thanksgiving setup, right? When it's Thanksgiving, you put on your favorite sweats, you put on a football jersey, which volume, because you're going to be eating a good amount.
You put on your favorite sweats.
extra large. We're gonna be here for a while.
And I mean, you hit the table with game face. It's a game on.
It's on, yeah.
The turkeys, let's get the cranberry. Let's get the potatoes. Why you holding back on the macaroni? Pass that shit down, son. So at a buffet, it gets kind of crazy. A lot of people flying stuff. I mean, somebody gets stabbed with a fork, and it's like nobody even looks down, looks away, or anything. It's just like you got to move quicker.
You sit back down, and you like four forks in your arm. You're like, what the hell happened? I was waiting for the pot roast.
Grandma gets stripped in the buffet line. They're like, leave her. She knew what she was getting into.
No!
Grandma's reaching for the walker.
Shit, she's got a cane. Watch out.
But you look at the buffet, you look around sometimes, and you're like, what am I doing? If you got kids there, you look at your kids like, what kind of example am I setting right now? I remember one time, it wasn't even a buffet, and we went to one of the restaurants with Smoky Bones. They're like a rib barbecue type chain. And this one kid, it was like, we were eating our meal, and they were eating theirs. And this kid was, I hate to say a kid was fat because like it's chubby or whatever, because they're like kids, they're still growing and stuff. But this kid obviously had enough food. And it's one of those things like, he's like, oh, I don't want to eat it anymore. And the mom and dad were like yelling at him to finish his plate. I'm like, this dude already cannot get through gym class and you're making him eat more, It's like, it was always like kind of an abuse type thing. You're trying to force this kid to eat more, It's like, yeah.
You put that on your plate, you better eat it.
Yeah, that's right. We paid $10.99. You were gonna eat that shit.
I'm like, you can take it with you. It's not. I mean, it was a restaurant, so it wasn't like the buffet. You can take it home. You can eat.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Kid was just sitting there, and he already had like the round cheeks. So it was like, I wanted to say something. I didn't say anything to him, obviously, but it was kind of like, just kind of shook my head like, why would you force your kid to have to do that? The kid said he's full, then he's full, you know.
Like he's tapping out. Don't force him.
It's like he realizes his limit, you know. He's gonna be a bigger kid. He's realizing I need to cut back. You know, I'm already in Huskies. I don't know what's after Husky. I don't know what's in that next area. I don't want to find out.
No.
I'm essentially looking at the black hole of pant sizes right now. I don't know what's on the other side.
Oh, I remember the Husky days.
I don't even know if they still make Huskies or not.
I don't know if they do or not either.
That might not be politically correct anymore.
Probably not.
Like we used to say, well, I'm big bone. And people are like, oh, you got big meat on them bones.
Jesus.
Oh, you wear Huskies.
Yeah.
Damn right I wear Huskies.
I prefer stoutly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stoutly. There you go. Stoutly.
Yeah.
I'm not fat, I'm big boned.
Yeah. Oh, but Brenda, what's happening? Brenda's in the chat too. She said, honestly, though, they're pretty serious about the 2 hours. We were there for a bachelorette party, and they pretty much just showed up with checks like, okay, get out.
You gotta go.
You gotta leave, man. We gotta leave. Your 2 hours is up.
Oh, that is classic.
You ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
Oh, Eric Gilbert.
You go now.
Eric Gilbert said, call for other half and Colt 45 collab. That's just wrong. Yet intriguing. Billy said, yeah, pro eaters. He said LMFAO. I mean, now, speaking of pro eaters, we went to Oktoberfest last year. I got to see Joey Chestnut actually in the sausage eating contest we had here, where they were eating like brats for the contest.
Oh my God.
And he did like, I want to say like 50 or 60, 50 something, 60 something in 12 minutes or whatever.
Jesus, man.
It's like nothing you've ever seen before. That's the first time I've ever seen like one of these contests. And I mean, and they're just throwing these brats down their throat and they're taking the bread behind. And it's just like, it's phenomenal to see, but it's like, dude, how are you not puking that right now?
And that dude's little too.
Yeah. But it was kind of funny watching them do it. And some of the other guys were tapping out early. They just couldn't do it. I mean, these guys come in like it's funny because they come in like they're bigger. You think they might have a shower, but actually they don't. Like the skinny guys are some of the ones doing it because they condition their body to be able to stretch their stomach and stuff. So,
man.
But yeah, that was something to see. It was just, that's all I'm going to say. If you ever see one of those food competitions go, and
well, even when I watched the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, I'm like, I almost to the point of puking myself because I'm like, how are these people doing it? Really? They're just putting hot dogs down like just doing one of these.
Yeah, especially with hot dogs. I mean, I like hot dogs, but I like hot dogs with chili or onion, mustard, maybe relish. Coleslaw, different. You're going no toppings. You're going just straight raw hot dog.
And dipping the bread in the water just to get it down. It's like,
you gotta get it in the bun. The bun's just like a follow-up fluff to it. Yeah. That would not be a contest for me at all.
No. Terrible.
Okay, Charles Barkley.
Brenda says, why do you think us ladies like leggings so much? Do you know how much easier it is to actually eat?
Okay, Brenda, okay.
Oh, let me see here. Billy said, I would say I'd not get out now. Where's my massage? Before I go, I'm supposed to get a massage. Robert Kraft got a massage.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah, he got a real good massage. Real good.
Didn't even need the 2 hours, probably.
Oh.
Cody
in and out.
Cody says, get his foreign extra stout up next. Talking dirty to me, Cody. Talking dirty to me.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that is one of the beers I do get in Jamaica when I'm down there because they ship in there. So I'll be looking forward to enjoying a lot of those. Which was surprising because I was able to get a 4-pack now when it was St. Patrick's Day up here. So I don't know if they're shipping out more to the market here in America with some of the stuff happening.
The regular Guinness Stout to me is a little thin, but I think it's like I've had so many big beers that it's kind of one of the thinner ones that I'm kind of like, ugh, man, this doesn't taste
It's totally different. I mean, once you get up to the extra stout, everything falls like to the wayside almost from what you're used to. I mean, I still like a Guinness draft here and there.
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
But it's just like that foreign extra stout is so much more different. Or even the Antwerpen, I like. Red Beer said, "Rest in peace, John Panette." I don't know who John Panette is.
I'll look him up right now.
Ryan says, drinking Finnegan's Cluster Truck, an American IPA with a truckload of hops. Well, 10-4, big buddy. Cody said it's cold enough for some Guinness for an extra stout.
Oh, he was a comedian, Rod.
John Panette was?
Yeah. You'll recognize him when you look him up.
Let me see here. Did he just die? Oh, yeah, I did see that guy. Oh, he died back in 2014. April 5th, 2014. Yeah, he was young. 50 years old? Yeah.
Redbeard said he died long ago. How long ago did he die?
That's what I said, 2014. Yeah, he was a funny guy for sure. I wonder what he died of, did it say? Way to bring us down, Redbeard.
Yeah. Bummer.
Let me see. He was pronounced dead from liver and heart disease. That sucks. Yeah, but I've seen some of his stand-up before. He was a good comedian.
Yeah, he was. He was a real good comedian.
Yeah. Cody says, thanks for the stream, guys. Brenda says, is this where I insert my rant on the Guinness Extra Cold Tap on the list of things I wish we had in the U.S.? Yes, please insert your rant.
Rant on, Brenda. Rant on.
Yep.
And we actually may have the Guinness Extra Cold Tap. We had to go to Guinness in Baltimore. Billy's, I don't know if Billy's been there yet, because Billy's not too far from there. If you've been to the brewery, let us know.
Is Billy even still on the chat?
Yeah, he's here. He said Kraft already got off. Oh no, that was Ryan that said that. It wasn't Bill. He said it to Billy. And, Red said it was the Free Willy reference, and you've been here 2 hours. You go now. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. I know he did a joke about that.
Yeah, there was a comedian that did that, but I didn't think that was him.
And then Red said he was in the first Punisher movie. Really? Do we remember who was in the first Punisher movie? Because they took a few movies to get that worked out on that one.
Yeah.
I do like the Punisher movie. I do like it though.
Yeah. And then Billy says, I did not know that. I had not watched TV, no news or Netflix except for weather. Well, it was like back in 2014, Billy, so it was definitely a while ago. Cody says, awesome head retention on the Guinness Extra Stout. Yeah, I mean, everybody likes a little head, so there you go.
That's what she said.
That's what Kraft said, too.
Whoa! Good one, Todd. Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
That's Kraft. Noodles aren't just for macaroni.
That's right.
Get yourself a handful till the cheese comes out.
Your wife's gonna be like, "What the hell were you guys talking about?"
Yeah, what?
If my wife makes it almost 2 hours into the stream, I'll actually be amazed.
Did your wife actually watch the live stream?
She watches them back on, like, she's asleep now, but she'll watch them back like the next day or some other days. She usually watches the early part because she loves watching YouTube stuff. So, you know, but
boy, Eric really doesn't like coconut.
Yeah.
Brenda says, honestly, I'm really hoping the domestic Guinness tap room installs the extra cold. As somebody who loves a good old pub chat and sipping a Guinness, there's nothing nicer than a beer that stays cold. Yeah. Well, for that one, if you're doing a Guinness draft and stuff, you definitely will enjoy that there cold. Billy says we do intend on going to the Guinness this summer in Baltimore. Yeah, hopefully you shoot some video stuff there, Billy, when you go as well. Definitely one of the places I want to go. My wife may be going back to Baltimore she usually goes once a year for her job, and I might actually go with her this year so I can just go to the Guinness thing. Isn't it funny?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
When you're into beer, like you start to travel, you're like, well, I might go there because there is some good beer I want to go try. Didn't want to go there before where nothing was there to really attract you.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Let me see here. Brendan said, that said, it's still too close to St. Patty's for me to say the word Guinness this many times. What is it, like Candy Man or something? Like the Guinness Man is going to jump out if you say Guinness too much?
Mm.
That would be cool, though. Guinness Man jumps out, pours you a pitcher of beer.
There you go.
Yeah. Bust through your wall like Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah, Guinness.
Oh, yeah.
And then, let me see here. Billy says, my wife is not interested in beer. Red Beer says you need a better wife.
Wow. Shots fired, Red Beard. Shots fired.
No.
It takes time.
Billy's wife is very supportive because he does the videos and she does the camera stuff with them and stuff. So she's definitely involved. So that's pretty cool. My wife gave me the idea, but she does nothing with it, really. And then Ryan says, my goodness, my Guinness. And let's see. Billy says, worth the trip. Either go to Orioles game or Ravens game, the Inner Harbor. Check out Union Craft Brewing in Baltimore. Yeah, there's some decent ones there. Actually, my mom is still up in New Jersey. So if I go, I might drive up to New Jersey as well. And I got one of my high school buddies started a brewery up there too that I need to go check out when I'm back home. And then Cody asked if I went to Guinness yet. I haven't been to Guinness yet. I do want to go there. I want to go to the one here, but I really want to go to the one in Dublin at some point too. I just need to plan a trip to go overseas. Brenda says, well, Guinness Man is really just a drunk leprechaun. So true. Nothing wrong with a drunk leprechaun.
All the better.
Yeah. Let's see. Billy says, my wife is supportive, but she doesn't drink beer, which works out. She drives to and from beer fest. See? Right there. Bam.
Nice.
Driver right in the household.
Taking advantage of the PSA.
Tom gets that as well with his wife, because Tom's wife, the beer whisperer, doesn't drink. I don't believe either, really.
No, yeah, she don't. Yeah.
So
nope.
Having a designated driver there. So what do you guys think about, because this came up in one of my other groups about, well, actually, I think you guys were in that group too. It might have been in the one of the beer ones online on Facebook about kids being in breweries or pets in breweries.
The pets are all right. And I think kids are okay because usually the breweries will have a root beer or something like that or a non-alcoholic drink. So
yeah,
I mean it doesn't bother me really if the parents are responsible.
Yeah. Any thoughts you got, Todd, or anybody? Any comments?
No, yeah. I mean, I don't find any. I mean, from their standpoint, it almost seems smart. So you're not limiting. You know, if you have kids and you want to go have a beer, and like Eric said, as long as you're doing it responsibly, you know, if you have a kid, then you may not go to the brewery and have and maybe have a beer.
Yeah, I know some of the breweries here, they have like the pets are usually patio for the most part, but some, the kids will be inside and as well.
I mean, as long as they're, looking after them and they're behaving or whatnot, not acting like, some kids do.
Yeah. That's what I say, well-mannered and everything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, I mean, I've never really had a problem with this. It was just one of those things that came up. And some people, I don't know, some people think you shouldn't have them in there. I mean, I guess the thing is, like, if you have two parents there and both parents are drinking, you have your kid with you, is that a good image for the kid? I guess some people might get stuck on that, or that bit.
Right.
Who's drinking what? How much are you drinking? Because somebody's got to drive, right? If you got both parents that are drinking. So,
now, a lot of our local breweries, they'll have like a spot where, kids can go, but they can't go beyond a certain point.
Right. And some of ours will have it like you can't have kids after 8 o'clock. You know, like at nighttime.
Yeah.
When they're over. Which makes sense. Because sometimes breweries do get a little bit rowdy, or sometimes discussions you may not want your kid around, you know.
Right.
Walking around hearing stuff other people are saying.
Usually the breweries around here are usually pretty low key, and about 10 o'clock the clientele usually gets out. So
yeah.
But for the most part,
at a bar, it's totally different.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the most part, most breweries I go to, they're always for the most part pretty low key. Like you never, not like a bar scene, you know.
Yeah.
Where people are going to pick up somebody else or whatever, you know. Like for the most part, my experience is breweries are just chill. You're just going to enjoy the beer and maybe have conversation with people, or you know, your group that you went with, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a bar scene where somebody might get cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wrong night to bring the kid, I tell you. Cody, be careful. Cody says he's going to get the EJ and Apple out here soon. LOL. Just be careful, Cody.
Uh-oh.
Is your cousin with you tonight? Is your cousin not there? And then Billy says that back to Eric, the Lions fan. Also, we used to live in Lutherville in Baltimore County, Annapolis, not far from Baltimore. Eric was talking about when he traveled there with work. Ryan said he did a video on that a while back. Supportive if the brewery has clear rules and enforces them. Frankenmuth Brewing had a root beer that was awesome, and we got that for my sons. What Cody said when they went there. And I can see Frankenmuth, from what I know about them, being kind of a nice family type brewery.
It is.
Well, so very welcoming, I'm sure. Billy says the pet thing I don't get. We have 6 dogs. We don't bring them. Yeah, I mean, some people bring their dogs and stuff. Is, you know, you're out walking a dog, especially if it's a community brewery. You're out on a dog walk and you want to stop over at the brewery, get a beer or whatever. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, like I say, usually they're on a patio. So it's not like they're usually inside the brewery. The thing would be if people have like any pet allergies, I think would be the big thing, as long as your dog is well maintained and also doesn't, you know, snip at people and stuff like that and everything. Most of the time people enjoy them. They come there. I mean, they're always petting the dogs and stuff. So Ryan says, I think people often forget that breweries are industrial spaces too. So clear separation and rules are imperative. Very good point. Billy said, I don't like when people get drunk and let their kids run around. Worse behavior than any of the dogs at a brewery. Very true as well, Billy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to keep them well mannered. You know, if you're going to be there, you got to be paying attention to them. Like I said, if you have 2 pairs there and both are drinking, that's a concern. Like, aren't you one of you supposed to be the responsible one for the kids? You know, so that's a concern. Brenda says, I'm far more supportive of pets than kids, but that's personal preference. As long as they're not a ruckus, go for it. Billy says, got to run. Cheers. And cheers, Billy. Thanks for all commenting and being involved tonight. Appreciate you having here. And again, you guys make sure you check out Backwoods Billy channel for some other good stuff there with beer as well. All right. Man, we are staying on top of the comments tonight, people. Wow.
We're staying at the top of the comments, sons.
I got the soul of Joe in me tonight.
There you go. Joe, we missed you, buddy. We missed you.
Yeah. Here's to Joe, the other half sniper, wherever you may be, whoever you may be killing. But your killings go easy. Speaking of killing, I started watching this new show on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it, Eric or Todd. It's called Shadow.
I've heard it, but I haven't seen it.
It's like out of it's like it's set like Africa or whatever, but it's like basically a detective that, well, I guess he's a private investigator, but he solves things when people are in trouble, kind of like an equalizer, but he feels no pain or whatever. So it's kind of like, I don't know, interesting. It's almost like, but the way he, like, at the end, it's like, it's not like he gives him a chance either. It's kind of like a Punisher type feel to it as well. It's pretty interesting.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, that was when it came out in 2019.
Is it on like Netflix or Hulu or something?
It's Netflix, one of the Netflix shows.
Is it?
Which I just saw Disney's going to be releasing their thing here for their new Disney Plus stream service. They announced the price is going to be half the price of what it is for Netflix. So obviously they're going after them really quickly. If day one, they're going to pretty much, they're saying they're going to have all the Marvel shows for the most part already moved over. and then other stuff because they're getting the whole MCU universe. So,
okay.
So like that's why like I think all these things are being canceled on Netflix on all the other shows. But you're kind of wondering like, well, it's Disney. Can you put Punisher on Disney? I mean,
well, I was gonna say, are they gonna offer other things also?
Yeah, they're gonna have other stuff that they're gonna be doing and everything like that. They're gonna be making their own shows and other things they're getting coming in. But you kind of think there's a line that Disney can go.
Right, you would think.
Because of the whole family entertainment and what it's supposed to be about,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Time will tell what they carry there. But all these people going is like CBS has their streaming service for access. It's like I would like to watch the new Twilight Zone or the new Star Trek, but I'm not buying another streaming service. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
Instead of us having to pay all these cable things, they're going to nickel and dime us the streaming services.
All I'm waiting for is the Tigers to come on MLB Network, and then I'm gonna pay the season pass to watch them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like $150 right now for it, but I get to watch like 162 Tigers games.
Yeah.
And I'm a big baseball fan as it is, so it'll be well worth it for me.
I mean, the spot that we're in now, everything should be pretty much a la carte, right? You should be able to pay like, I don't know, $1 a month for a channel, say, if you want a channel, right? So you should be able to say, I just want ESPN, CNBC, MSNBC or whatever, BBC, whatever channels you want. You got 10 channels, $10 a month, and be done with it. Don't got to get Lifetime. You're not going to watch Lifetime.
Right.
Don't got to get the HGTV. You're not planning anything. You're not a gardener. You don't need that. Channel. You're not going to watch MTV anymore because guess what? They don't play music videos, so I'm not going to watch them. So instead of giving you like this new where you get all these junk channels you never turn to.
Unless you get MTV Classic.
Well, unless you get MTV Classic, then you can watch videos and stuff.
Then you can watch Yo MTV Raps. You can watch Headbangers Ball. You can watch what's another one that we just talked about it last week.
Yeah, we did Yo MTV Raps. You had Headbangers Ball. You had Club MTV.
Yep, Club MTV. Yep.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
What was that? TRL or whatever it was.
TRL. Yep. Yeah. TRL. Yep. TRL. Total Request Live.
God, we're dating ourselves right now.
I think they actually came back out with that, I believe.
Really? Total Request Live?
I think so.
Who does it now? Who does it now?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Look it up, Eric. You got the computer in front of you.
It's kind of funny to see what all these VJs are doing now. Like what's Martha Quinn up to nowadays?
There's a few of them on Sirius.
Like Ed Lover. Where's Ed Lover at nowadays? Where's Ricky Rat? Where's Ricky? What's Ricky up to? Who was the one guy that Adam something? He was one of the other guys, the big blonde hair or whatever. It was just funny, like all the different stuff we had back then.
Who was the big bald dude? Like the what was his name?
It was JJ Jackson as well.
Oh yeah, that was way back.
Yeah.
Here you go, Todd. I looked it up on Wikipedia. It says on Saturday, April 13th, which is in 2 days, MTV will air a TRL Top 10 at 10 a.m. Eastern on its flagship MTV channel.
Oh, there you go.
This appears to be the third return of TRL after a 5-month hiatus.
I would say I thought it come out again at some point. I heard on the radio. Does it say who's hosting it?
No, it doesn't. It does not. So it's coming back in 2 days and on Saturdays. If you guys are TRL fans,
DVR that shit.
I tell you the one thing though, of the MTV people back then, the one that hung in there the most, that was probably Kurt Loder. Like I didn't think he'd ever get off that chat. Like he was hanging in there forever. Like dude,
yeah, he did.
Grandfather around here now. Kurt Loder was like, I'm not leaving.
He was like an hour 59 on a 2-hour buffet. You ain't kicking me off. I'm going to hang in there as long as I can.
He's like, you just try it. Come at me, son. Yeah. Let's see here. Elbow says, Eric, have you been over the Mackinac Bridge? My friend said it was beautiful country. And you said you have only been as far as St. Ignatius.
St. Ignace, yeah.
St. Ignace, okay. And then
I want to get up to there's a place called Christmas Paradise, Copper Harbor, which is way up there, which is about a 10-hour drive from here.
And then Mr. says, I just watched Smokey and the Bandit a couple nights ago, and I was drinking a few banquets. I tell you what, Smokey and the Bandit is one of those films that I can always kind of watch, like one of those ones, you think about movies that you can watch over and over again and still enjoy. That's got a lot of good replay value to it. I always get a kick out of Burt Reynolds and Jackie Gleason in there and the work they actually did, and Jerry Reed. I guess most of them, well, Sally Field's still alive, and the guy she was supposed to marry probably still alive, but all the other ones kind of have died now when you think about it.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Oh, it's a classic too.
Kind of makes me want to go watch it now.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times in my life I've probably sung Eastbound and Down, the trucking song. I just love that song.
Oh, yeah.
But the beginning, like with the two, I think they actually died. The two Enuses, I think they're both dead as well. And he's in that hammock, and he says, what does he say? He's like a bum into something in the same spot or something. They say some joke at the beginning when they challenge him to make the run. But it's a classic. It's a classic movie, classic Burt Reynolds movie.
Yeah, I mean, how old is that movie anyway?
Like early 80s, maybe late 70s. Let me see.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe 81, 82 or something. Maybe, it might be late 70s.
1977.
77. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Williams was Little Enos. Mike Henry was the one that was Junior. Pat McCormick was Big Enos. Pretty good cast. Jerry Reed. Yeah. Definitely one that is a classic.
Cody, I found a malt liquor recipe for you. I'm going to put it in the comments.
Oh,
Did
shit.
You really?
It's a YouTube video, so.
Cody says he's been interested in the idea of open fermenting of Hefeweizen. Well, you're going to open fermenting, you're getting into a wild type Hefeweizen at that point and letting nature get involved, which can be fun too. So
I'm going to have to watch that video on how to make a malt liquor.
Mr. said we just got Banquet in Canada a few years ago. Never had it. Banquet is still sold here. It's only sold like in certain places, it seems at times. But
yeah,
one of my local bars, they have specials on it. You get like a 25 ounce for like $2 off draft or whatever. And actually, it's not a bad little lager to enjoy. Like I said, even though my lagers are behind my ales and my full appeal of them, I can actually sit there and enjoy that one, especially in the warmer type months. Like they bring in like a band and stuff's on a play there. You're sitting there listening to the band, having a Coors on a spring or summer evening. It's not bad at all. It all comes together.
Now, Mr., what part of Canada are you from?
Well, he's in Toronto.
Oh, is he in Toronto? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, so in Toronto, I saw Olivia Newton-John.
Cody says that you should do a malt liquor. It might go well. Well, if I could brew beer in the first place, that'd be a start.
Baby steps.
You gotta get back into it.
I still have the Mr. Beer kit.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that start out and they've had like things that didn't go right and everything. It's just a learning thing. It's just like cooking though. I mean, you just experiment with stuff. And then Mr. says here we have Old English. Yeah, I haven't had Old English since like probably high school.
I can get Old English, but I can't get the high gravity.
Yeah. I still feel the pull, not necessarily buying into it, but doing still another malt liquor beer flow. But
I think the return of Malt Liquor Monday needs to be coming back, gentlemen.
Yeah, you got to get some malt liquors going.
I'm going to get King Cobra here in just maybe next week or maybe the week after.
Yeah, you do like an episode. Can Todd finish a?
Four Loco.
Todd
Four Loco.
Four Loco, Todd. Four Loco.
If it wasn't like a whole 2 liter, I probably could.
Maybe it was the flavor. Maybe it was just the flavor you had.
Oh no, it was the Four Loco in general. It was awful.
That's technically not a malt liquor. It's technically a malt beverage, Todd.
Malt beverage, right? Yeah.
Whatever it is, it shouldn't make it no more. There's a reason it's 14% alcohol and only costs you $1.99. I mean, that thing was causing my stomach.
Yeah, you couldn't make it too far with that.
Makes my stomach hurt now just thinking about it. It was so sweet. It was so sweet.
Did it really make your stomach hurt?
Yeah, it did a little bit.
Right.
That's why I stopped. I was like, I'm not doing this no more.
He felt diabetes.
You felt it. You felt it.
Who's there?
I was like, what's Wilford doing at my door? What's he ringing my doorbell for?
Get off my lawn. Get out of here, Wilford. We don't want your diabetes.
Yeah, like the life alert, the thing you hang around your neck in case.
Oh God!
That lady was showing up too, right next to him. I was like, "What is going on?" Maybe I shouldn't be drinking any more of this. Yeah, it was kind of gut wrenching. Your first episode back on Malt Liquor Monday, Eric, should be a Four Loco, even though it technically, I guess, isn't a malt liquor.
The gold.
It doesn't matter. I'd say all of them probably the same. I think I did have the gold. I think that's what it was.
I can put that under the malt liquor on Monday segment.
I would. You should do a live one. That would be even better.
Oh, good Lord. Cody says if someone finds me a Four Loco recipe, I'll make it for my cousin.
Oh, you should find it. You should find it, Cody. Do it.
You should love family, Cody. You should love them. Mister says, doesn't malt liquor have higher alcohol content? It does in some stuff. Some of the malt liquor. Actually, some states, if it's over 5, like Texas, if it's over 5%, they have to call it malt. But depending on some of the things out there, because you can get like an 8% malt liquor, but now we got beers that are 12 to 18% or so, 19%. So
I have a beer in my cellar that's 20%.
Yeah.
So,
how much?
Is
it Avery?
Right, some Avery.
No,
shit, right?
It's not Avery.
Oh.
It's Dogfish Head.
Not. I don't know what that is.
Is it 18 or maybe 18?
Are you talking about the 120?
No, it's not the 120.
Okay.
Oh, it's the Worldwide Stout. That one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I got a Worldwide Stout down there too.
Oh yeah. It's not that high in alcohol, is it?
I would have to get it, but I thought it said 18.
Yeah, maybe.
What was I did last weekend?
Which is getting up there for any type of beer. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah,
whatever style it is.
Yeah. So last weekend I did the Dragon's Milk banana coconut.
Mm-hmm.
That was 11%. And then I had the Electron Brown that you sent me, Eric.
Oh, how'd you like that one, by the way?
I did like it. I gotta get the review uploaded on that one. And that was like what? How much percent was that?
Like 8.2 was it?
It was 8.2. So I came down a little bit, but then I decided, let's go for the trifecta. Decided to finish it off with Rumpkin from Avery.
Oh,
17.5%. So by the time I was done drinking those 3, it was like,
I'm good.
I go to bed now.
I'm feeling really good. Really.
Then once you go to bed, I can go to sleep. It was like Saturday night. So then I got on GSHL TV's stream. I was commenting on their channel because they had crazy stuff going on. But yeah, I got a little bit of a buzz right now.
I saw Dragon's Milk has the new one out now.
Draft Therapy already did a review on it.
Yeah. But it was weird, kind of. I forgot what it was. Do you remember what it was?
Was it raspberry hibiscus?
It was something hibiscus, yeah.
That's interesting.
Maybe it was raspberry, but I'm not thinking that's what. Hibiscus for sure. Because I thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah. New Holland Brewing's raspberry hibiscus Dragon's Milk Reserve.
There you go. Good job. I wasn't thinking raspberry, but
So like 11% too.
I have him. Well, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know.
Right.
Excuse me.
That's interesting with the hibiscus in it, though.
New Holland raspberry.
Yeah, the raspberry hibiscus.
So many freaking beers now. It's like,
I'm sure
It's kind of cool that they're taking that one and doing a lot of different varieties with it, though.
Yeah, he lives over on the east side of Michigan. I don't know where, but I know
like
he's on the east
the Jeffersons moving up to the east side.
I think so.
Moving on up.
Actually, he might be over by No Hype. He actually might be
To the east side.
east side.
Yeah, it's 11% ABV. Right now, the average on tap rate is 3.93 on that one.
I like raspberry.
Well, that ain't bad.
Now,
I'm sure you guys will see it down there. It's just a matter of time.
Eric Gilbert's excited. He said, "Yes, Son's Malt Liquor Mondays is back, fools." And then Cody says, "Rajay, BeerVentures Dragon's Milk Triple Mash."
I see they got the triple mash coming up. They got
Nice.
the triple mash coming up.
I'm impressed by the stuff they do in that brewery. I mean, I haven't done the one that was like the white stout yet, but
I haven't seen that one yet either.
the other beers, I mean, the ones I've had, they seem to always do a pretty good job. So,
Yeah, I said Dragon's Milk. They really, I mean, their other stuff is actually pretty decent. I mean, it's kind of one of those breweries that really doesn't get talked about much.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. I don't know.
I saw that Pabst is launching 2 new beers, including one called PBR Edge, which is a little bit boozier. I think it's 6.5% ABV.
That's the extra that I had.
Is it extra or the Edge?
Yeah.
Or
Extra.
Okay, cool. Well, this one is the Edge, they're saying. Because there's 2 they launched.
Oh, there's 2?
Yeah. Let me take a look here.
Because the extra that I had was 6.5%.
They have the extra 6.5 as well. And then they also have the non-alcoholic. Well, let me see if they had it right. They said 2 beers, including boozy or PBR Edge, was 6.5. Maybe it's a typo on their part because they are showing a picture of the extra at 6.5, and then they also released a non-alcoholic beer. Contains less than 0.5% alcohol.
A non-alcoholic PBR.
There's a lot of people. Millennials are pushing for non-alcoholic beers.
Why?
I don't know. It's your generation.
Well, they're stupid. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. There's places like we were talking about it the other day. Like, you know, if you're at lunch, maybe you want to taste of a beer. If you're having a burger or whatever, get a non-alcoholic. You don't get in trouble for it. So, or if you're a designated driver, you know.
No, I mean, there's definitely you know, some places for it, the right time for it, I guess.
Yeah. But it says the brewery builds extra as a light, crisp, higher 6.5% ABV alternative to heavy drinking beers. That's an upbeat, full-bodied, refreshing beer brewed for the big event. For the record, classic BBR is 4.6% ABV. Meanwhile, the NA version of PBR is described as an authentic product made with the finest hops and grains, offering a great real beer taste that allows everyone to enjoy the occasion. Somewhat fitting of their alcohol levels, PBR NA comes in a mostly white can, while PBR Extra is packaged in an instantly recognizable black can. Why's it got to be a black and white thing? That's what I'm saying.
Sounds racist to me.
I don't say anything to that. Anything.
Racist bastards.
Fallen suit in Gran Torino, that's all.
Yeah, right. So maybe do a PBR Extra review at some point.
I'd like to try the NA. I'd like to try the NA one, no, for sure.
Well, I know Eric liked the O'Doul's before, so
I did. I like the O'Doul's, the amber, not the lager, the amber.
Yeah. Like I said, in the right spot. I mean, you just want to. I like the taste of beer myself. Some people say they don't like the taste of beer; they just wouldn't like it to get drunk, whatever. I'm like, well, you might be an alcoholic, but if you like the taste of beer, I can definitely see where it could be a nice little fit. Like if I go to lunch, I don't drink a lot of soda.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I don't drink a lot of soda sometimes, so it's kind of like I can have something like that instead.
Or could it be one of those cases if you are out at a bar somewhere and you have like one or two, and then for the next 2 or 3 hours you're just drinking because you already have the taste for it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you're drinking the macros, a lot of times, so many in, it doesn't make any difference after that. You know, you can kind of interchange them one for the other.
Right.
Like I remember one of my dad's old friends. They used to go down to the American Legion all the time, and that's what he would do. He would drink like a couple actual real beers to start out, and then after that, he's like, "Shit, they all taste the same." So he would drink non-alcoholic beers after that.
Right.
So by the time he was ready to go home, he's fine to drive. You know, it wasn't any big deal or whatever. So
smart move.
The only one I don't think I could really pony up for is the Busch non-alcoholic.
Why? What's wrong with Busch?
Just a non. There's nothing wrong with
insert joke here.
Yeah, insert joke here. That's exactly the time. I don't think the Busch is.
I put that one right out there.
You did. That was a soft toss for sure.
The Busch by itself is barely tolerable, but the non-alcoholic I don't think is probably the tipping point.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So Eric, in the old duels one, is there that much difference between the two?
I didn't think so. I like the lager, you could tell it had some kind of something put in it to kind of kill the alcohol, but the amber tasted just like your regular amber ale.
Yeah,
which I thought was very surprising, and I would get it over and over again for a non-alcoholic beer. If I wanted a beer and I didn't want the alcohol, I would go for O'Doul's Amber.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a good spot where you can get those and stuff. And like they had a commercial for Heineken because they released a non-alcoholic, and the commercial has a guy like in a boardroom, they're like eating lunch or whatever, and he pulls it out, and they're all looking at him, and it's like the non-alcoholic version. I mean, it's like if you like to taste the beer, why not?
Yeah.
And then Cody says, we would not all capitalize drinking non-alcoholic beer.
That's sacrilege.
And then Elbow says, by the way, I noticed all you guys got your beard on. Looking good. I recently shaved mine off. Well, thanks, Elbow. Why'd you shave yours off?
Grow back, brother. Grow back.
Although a lot of people seem to shave off, I think, as you get into the warmer months and stuff, too. So
I'm keeping mine through the summer. Fuck that.
I'm kind of like used to mine now, so yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about shaving mine, but half my family was like, "No, don't shave it." I'm like, all right, makes it easier for shaving.
Like usually trimming with the razor and stuff to get like the hairs that kind of pop out. They're not in line with the rest of them.
Yeah.
But let me see. And then Mr. says, he says, black and tan ain't racist. LOL. Eric said, too great at Elbow talking about our beers. Cody says, I love the taste of beer, but I can't see a true beer with the alcohol because yeast plays a part in making beer, which involves creating alcohol. Just my place on it. Yeah, I mean, there's ways you can the yeast eats the sugars to convert it over to the alcohol, but at the same point, I guess science-wise, you can kind of fake it, so to speak. So yeah. And Cody says he keeps a beard year-long for 5 years. I forgot what I look like without a beard. Yeah. But Joe was the one that shaved his beard. It was like, what the hell? Like Joe really threw me off when he shaved his beard first.
Yeah. Who are you?
Yeah. But kind of got used to it now. So they go to the office. They're like, what's up with the beard? They're like, oh, we like it. Blah, blah. I was like, oh, it's home life for you. I'm not coming to see you guys.
Yeah.
About shaving.
I ain't got to shave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no, everything's all good there. But well, I guess we'll go ahead and appreciate everybody that tuned in here. And I feel like we had a great time. But
yeah, I had a great time.
Gotta wrap it up before we go
to
the morning. But it's Thursday Eve, so hopefully you put you guys in good spirits heading into Friday. And then, like I said, I'm going to do some more live stuff. So I might do some live stuff tomorrow or Saturday, depending. possibly Sunday. If you guys are around, you're also welcome to join, and maybe like another hangout and stuff. So some of the guys that wanted to get in last week. If you do want to get in to hang out, everybody that's watching, if I do a hangout, just let me know, because I don't put the link in the comments. Not a good move to make, but I just need your email, and I can email you if you want to join into any of the chats if I do a hangout there. Usually this Thursday is usually a show that we just do. So that's why I don't usually send anything out for this one. But for the hangouts, those can also be free game and stuff. But, as long as you come in, you're cool, you're set, ready to rock and roll, we can see what we can do. But that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Eric here.
All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. Guys, it's stupid to drive home drunk, because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid-ass sobriety test. They're going to have a free ride to jail. They're going to have court fees and then possible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends and put yourself 6 feet under. Just sleep off your buzz. Get your car the next day. Get an Uber, a taxi, a Lyft. Take advantage of the apps on your phone to get a ride. Have someone at the bar get your ride, because it's stupid in this day and age to drive home drunk, because you have thousands upon thousands of dollars in court costs.
Yeah, definitely not worth it. Of course, now you have more of the police and stuff out there kind of watching for those kind of things now. And I know, like here, we got some police that park across the street from the bars, like when it gets near closing hours, just trying to catch people.
Here too, Ron. Here too.
And I know some people that have gotten caught, and it just definitely wasn't worth it. And they could tell you the stories of what they had to go through, and now they're pretty much preaching what Eric says. So, yeah, don't get yourself involved in that situation. And then before I head out here, do a quick roll call on the stuff here. So appreciate everybody that was in. 420 was here earlier. Always love that. Hopefully he's winning some money there at the Win. He's in Vegas right now on the tables doing something. So hopefully it benefits him. Backwoods Billy, of course, big part tonight. So make sure you guys check out his show. And anybody in the chat that you saw you were interested in, you can always hit the 3 buttons next to their name with the 3 dots, and it takes you to their channel as well. But Billy does a lot of stuff with the beer reviews, and he also does a lot of stuff with interviews and going to beer festivals, and a lot of good stuff there. Obviously, Eric here, Eric Lions fan, he's got a lot of comments in there too. So, Eric does not just the beer stuff, but the sports stuff. In fact, anything else you want to mention, Eric, before I close out things you got upcoming on your channel?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of the Pistons right now. A lot of my subscribers in the Michigan area kind of want to see Detroit Pistons content, so you can see Detroit Pistons content. You can see Detroit Lions content. You can see Detroit Tigers content. Michigan and Michigan State football and basketball on my channel, which I still got to get into the college football and college basketball, since that's just kind of wrapped up this season. So you kind of be looking for that on my channel. Is if you guys subscribe to me, it's Eric Lions fan. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
There you go. And then the other thing I was going to mention, I should have said it earlier, but if any of you guys, and I know some of you are on with me on Untapped. So if you're not on Untapped with me, you're on Untapped, you can connect with me at Rajay BeerVentures. But when you connect, you can actually see what the other people may have, like on their lists and stuff. So if there's I've got like a ton of beers in my cellar. So if you do connect with me, you look at my beer list, and there's a certain beer you want me to actually take a look at and do a review on, just let me know, and I'll go ahead and get that one positioned as well. I do have a bunch upcoming that are already pre-recorded, and then we'll get those rolling out here as well. Going back here, big thanks to JP4, who was here earlier. Make sure you check him out. He does some pretty cool gaming videos on his channel, so you can connect with him there. Bumpy Road, Jesse, he does some pretty good beer reviews as well. Make sure you check out his channel too. Give him a little subscribe. HWG Happiness Without Guilt, another good YouTube channel. A lot of good things taking place there, so make sure you jump in to check what they're doing. And then thanks, of course, big shout to Cody. Cody's always involved, always here, always appreciate that, and always adds great stuff to the conversation. And Cody, if you ever start up a channel, we'll get you some stuff out there too. Foamy Head was here for a bit. Make sure you check him out. And I don't think Foamy Head has a channel, but he's always fun to have on here, as well as Ernst, who doesn't have a channel either. But big thanks to both of them. Eric Gilbert, always in the house, always a great one. Great comment, not a channel, but always welcome, always here for a good time. Drunken One was here for a bit. You can check him out. Drunken One does brews beer, talks about beer, does walks, does like shopping stuff. He does all kinds of things on his channel. So definitely worth checking out. Big thanks to Mister from Toronto, who was chiming in a lot of stuff. Always appreciative there. Let's see, who else did I miss? Beer Man. Definitely check out Beer Man out in Washington. Some pretty good beer stuff on his channel.
Mr. Brenda White.
Yeah. Make sure you check out Brenda. I don't know if Brenda has her own channel or just under Ryan for Beer by the Numbers to check out. But Ryan, like I said, Ryan says he's got some stuff kind of on hold, but he'll be coming back with some things. But always, you can check out any of the videos he's already done. I guarantee you're going to enjoy what you see. And then Beer Man out in Washington. Newer beer tuber doing a lot of good beer reviews. My buddy Dean over across the pond. Great for Dean to chime in tonight. Great beer reviews that he does there. Great collabs with some of the guys from the UK. And then I'll be getting him on here on a collab and a spotlight at some point as well. Red Beard doing some stuff out of Canada. Make sure you check him out. Some good stuff happening on his channel. Oh, I didn't even see that Fishing with Christina was here. Said earlier that this is my first time on your channel. I have a question. Do you brew your own beer? And I don't know if you're still here, Christina. I did brew, but I don't really brew as much now. But I may get back into it at some point. But we do have a few home brewers here. Sorry, I missed your comment there. I did not see that earlier. And then Dean said he also responded. I guess I missed these earlier. He said he wishes lorry driver waiting to be unloaded at Heathrow Airport. So I don't think he's driving a limo. He's driving something else there. But yeah.
18-wheeler kind of thing.
Yeah. Is that what it is? The lorry? Okay.
All right. Yeah, lorries. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, I missed Billy when he cannot get the Bach or pilots here. Sorry for the comments I missed there. I try to get through them all. You guys are very interactive. It was a great show. I'm trying to get all we can in for sure. Christina said, whatever you do, if you go to Jamaica, don't drink the overproof rum. It will kill you. That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Accepted.
That was the wrong thing to say.
But no, I will. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Well, you know what? I went to Dominican Republic. They said don't drink the marijuana, which I ended up drinking, and we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it definitely hits you. I mean, it wasn't any threat of it actually killing you or anything, but it has some punch to it for sure.
Sounds like a live stream challenge there for you, Rod.
Yeah, but thanks for Fishing with Christina for actually coming to the show tonight, and I'll make sure to check out your stuff as well. Elbow 88, always appreciate you coming in, brother. Always some good stuff that you're adding from down there in Florida and stuff, and you're always enjoying some very nice beers, which is awesome. And then anybody else I miss here? I think I got everybody for the most part. Got Brendan, got Ryan.
Cody, if you ever brew an ice beer or malt liquor, I better be the first motherfucker to try
it. He will hunt you down, Cody. You know
I'm down with it. I'm down with
it. I think I got everybody pretty much there. So appreciate everybody there in the chat. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. Look forward to catching you guys next week, if not before. Like I said, if you guys are around this weekend, I'm going to be doing some other stuff. Next Friday is Good Friday. I'm actually off that day, so I may do some stuff even during the day. But you're going to probably be seeing some more live streams taking place here as I look to build more of the watch time with the channel. Everybody have a great weekend. If we don't catch up, look forward to catching you on the next one. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.